Yeah. Ghost, we make him fly like a ghost. If he want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we spliffed him, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this harm her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck your vibe if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make him out. Promise the heater gon' make him out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand of the.
Hi, JJ. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
And hi, everybody. We're going to do a quick roll call. Hey, Marianne Hope. How are you, sweetie? I hope you're doing good. Vera, I know you're doing dinner. You'll be in and out. How are you, my sweet Vera? Hey, Rabbit of Chaos. How are you, sweetie? Of course, JJ. Sari. Hey, Rhinestone. I hope you're feeling better, Mama. Hope you're doing okay today. Hi, Just John. How are you? Hey, Bliss Chris. How are you? Hey, Shay. And thank you for the super thanks on the short, Shay. I just got the notification. That was very sweet of you. I appreciate that, Mama. Thank you so much. Hi, Tina. How you doing, sis? I hope you're well. Hey, Wanda. How are you, Mama? Hey, Joe being Joe. Joe, I was trying to get in contact with you.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
I got to DM you about something because I don't remember what happened, but there was an account with your name,
Yep.
and we want to make sure that
Yep.
you weren't cloned or something. So I'll
Yeah,
DM
people are
you.
thinking she was cloned. So they're trying to
Yeah,
figure out a way to get in touch with her. So definitely do that. Get
yeah,
in touch, Joe, with Cindy because you don't want somebody else out there making all sorts of comments and it's not even you, but they're using your name.
yeah,
So
yeah, yep. Because it was Joe being Joe, but it didn't have the CA. So yeah, and they are cloning accounts now. So anybody, if you see somebody that you're familiar with in a chat and they're in a chat that they wouldn't normally be in, and the comment is something they wouldn't normally say, don't jump to conclusions. Hopefully, the mods of that chat, because the mods can check when that account was created. So just don't jump to conclusions. Hey, Mikey, how are you? Hold on. What's
uh-oh, it's being interrupted. And it wasn't
sorry,
stormy
no,
this time.
my son is getting ready for work, so he just needed his pants.
That's okay.
Hi, Virgin. How are you like a virgin? Hey, Celia Ward, my New York sister. How you doing? Um, hey, Carmen Sita, how are you, beautiful? I'm good. I'm good, Mama. It's so good to see you. Oh shit. I was definitely cloned. Yeah. We thought so. We
Yep.
thought so. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people thought so. It was really weird. Hi,
Yeah, because
Jay
it was
Tucker.
whoop,
Sorry. My son just
because
slammed something by accident. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
because it was like
Yeah,
so out of character,
yeah,
for Joe, and to be like, and we're here, and I'm like, no, we know
it
Joe.
was,
That don't seem like her.
yeah, it didn't seem like you, and that's why it's good when people when you know each other, because they're like, hey, bring up that don't seem right, that don't seem
Are
right.
you
But
wearing a
yeah,
headband?
no, why it looks like it.
Oh yeah, it almost looks like your hair is like I take like some front pieces and bring it all the way to the back underneath and make like a hair headband
Mhm.
almost with my hair. That's almost what
Yeah,
it looks like. It looks good though.
yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird because I was gonna do that, but I was just like, just can't be bothered. But yeah. So hi. I don't know. I think there's a screenshot though, Jojo. What the? There's a screenshot. It was weird. It was definitely, it was just something you wouldn't say. So I'll get the screenshot. I don't remember who sent it to me, but I'll get it to you so you can
Hmm.
see it for yourself.
Yeah, and wasn't the account like just made a few days ago or in March or
Yes.
something like that? Like
Yes,
it was
it was
just
made
made.
in
I'm like,
March. It
that's
was
weird.
Joe being Joe. It said Joe being Joe, exactly how you spell with it right here, but it was made in March of 2023. So yeah.
Yeah, my
Hi
guess is somebody being
Valeria.
a jerk. They do
Yeah.
that. They did it to Shay too. And it was so
And Bliss Chris.
strange. Yeah,
Yep.
like I felt like I was like tripping out or like something was I'm watching it. I'm like, what? Shay? Like talking like that to me? I'm like, that's just weird or about me. I'm like, that's not and and honestly, I made the mistake of saying, uh-oh, never mind. Okay, she obviously hates me and just doesn't want to tell me, so I'm gonna block her. I blocked her. And Shay's
Right.
like, what the hell?
Right. Jay Tucker, I
I'm
think
like,
she's
you were
talking
saying
about looking
bad
that
things.
good. I think she's talking about your avatar looking that good, Jay Tucker. I think it's illegal for your avatar to look that good. I think that's what Wanda's saying, if I'm not
Not good.
mistaken.
That's very distracting.
Mama T used to get us all the time with those kind of avatars. Look, yeah, see, I knew Wanda, you are too much. Yeah, so because I was actually saying Joe being Joe. Okay, that's what she was saying. Yeah, I knew it. That you did have the account that you made to troll us, which is hilarious. Love it. And then you had the one specifically prayers for Mims, and then of course you have your Joe being Joe. So, but we know you. We've known you long enough to know that, you know what I mean, when something doesn't look right, when something's said by somebody that is like that's not what they normally say. Yeah, I knew as soon as she said it, and you was like, "What?" I was like, "I know what she's talking about." Hi, Audi. How are you? You're driving. Drive safe, Mama. It's raining here. It was beautiful all day, and then right before my son has to go to work, of course, it's going to start raining. But I'd rather it rain and it cools down because it was getting. I'm not a fan of the heat, guys. I'm not
Do you have
yet. If there's a
central
summer,
air?
yes, yes, yes,
Oh, good, 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 good. Because
yeah.
I'm
We
telling
do
you
have
what, I
central
don't
air
know.
because I can't.
I'd
I
rather
can't. But you
have
know what's weird?
the
That we have
central
central
air.
air. Yeah. Oh, me too. Then ACs. Me too. But we have central air. But my son, his bedroom, for some reason, is still very hot. So he puts the AC in his room, even though
It's
the central air is amazing. Like it's really good.
probably the ductwork. We had that issue like in every house I've ever lived in, even the one that I built. Which isn't this one, they messed up. I don't know. They did something with the ductwork, and then one of the ductworks got a hole in it, so all the air couldn't get to that room. So it was
Right.
cool, but not as cold like as the rest of the house. So that
Mm-hmm.
happens. But I would rather have central air conditioning than oxygen. I'm not even kidding. I can't deal with being hot and sticky and
Yes. Me
nasty and
either.
like
I hate
no,
it.
I don't know
I hate
how
it
people did. How did people do it in Puerto Rico, Cindy? How the
because
hell?
I don't know, because I guess they're used to it.
I
And
guess.
you know what I mean? I don't know, because a lot of places like in Puerto Rico, they have the houses that just have it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. The windows look like blinds, but it's part of like
Yes. Like
shutters. They
shutters,
look like
shutters.
shutters, yeah. The windows, and they just open those for a breeze. Like I would die. I would die. Like there's no way.
God, no.
Yeah, there's no way I could live without air inside. And I could deal with it in moderation in the summer going outside, but I always look forward to coming home and being comfortable. I can't sleep in heat. I prefer to sleep cold because then I could put a blanket on and be warm.
Yep.
Being hot, I can't do it. I can't do it. There's no way. Hey, Mama T, how are you? Beautiful girl. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? Yeah, so it's, listen, I can't. And my eldest son, I'm telling you, he is a male version of me. I heard it said recently that the firstborn sons are like identical to their mother, and it's true. My firstborn looks just like me, similar personalities. He likes it nice and cold too. He preferred to be cold than hot. Me too. My other sons are like, oh, it's too cold. I'm like, boy, 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 suck it up. But yeah, um, you did. You heard your name, yeah, Mama T. Yeah. So okay. So I don't wait. Anyone with snow, I'm
Oh,
coming to visit. Right.
I want
I
to
like the
share
name.
this.
Yes, please
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I interrupted
No,
you.
no, I
Sorry,
wasn't
sorry,
saying
sorry. Go
anything
ahead.
special.
I just
No.
can't. Yeah, I'm trying to hear it, and I don't mean to be interrupting you. I don't want to do that because I know that's annoying as fuck for people listening too. But anyway, no, I was saying that I wanted to tell everybody, not that everybody cares because they probably don't,
Mm-hmm.
but I care, and I think that it is just so funny. So my daughter is going to school to be a nurse practitioner. She wants to be
Right.
a physician's assistant and work in endocrinology, which with diabetic kids, which she was a diabetic kid, still is diabetic. So that's what she wants to do. So she's graduating in 2 weeks with her undergrad degree. I mean, she doesn't look at it as a big deal because she still has so much school to go, but I look at it as a big deal. So I'm like, what gift? What the anyway? So I was like, what gift, do you want? So for your graduation, because I still want to get her
Right.
some. She's worked so hard.
Right.
So she's like, honestly, I want a chicken coop. I'm like, what? Fucking chicken coop. Yes.
Kylie
So
man.
you know me, man. I understood the
Mm-hmm.
damn assignment. I was on it.
Right.
I'm like, we're gonna find a nice chicken coop. So I found it, and now she's gonna be raising silky chickens and Easter egg chickens. I never even heard of such a
Oh,
thing.
I
And the
didn't
Easter egg
either.
chickens,
Silky.
they lay different color eggs. That's why they're called that.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but they're good eggs. They're fresh, and they're gonna make sure that they do it all organic. They're not gonna do no hormones and none of that stuff. So I'm so
I
excited.
think that's awesome. Easter
Hmm.
egger. I know I never heard
Oh,
of
is that
that,
what
but
they're called?
congratulations. That's what Vera said. Congratulations to her. I think that's awesome. And I did see the pictures of the coop, and it's beautiful. Of course, it's JJ. So it's not just like a regular, it's like the mansion of chicken coops. Like it is an estate. It
Cute.
is an
It,
estate. It has like a 5-car garage. Like think about, yes. But seriously, think about a freaking mansion chicken coop, and that's what JJ got her nana, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. And
I
if I
have
lived in the
to.
country, I would be happy to have that. It's gorgeous. And Mama T, happy
Gold.
birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow's Mama T's
Her
birthday. We
okay.
need to
Happy
all wish her a
birthday.
happy birthday to our amazing Mama T, who we love to death. And
Do you
hi,
have a
Pamela
list?
Bar.
Does
What?
Mama T have
Do
an
you have an
Amazon
Amazon
list?
list? Yes. If you have an Amazon list, please post it, Mama T. And even if you don't post it here in the chat, if you could post it in the comments, and then we'll post it in the community tab for you. Or even if you make one, like if you don't have one, make one, and we will yeah, we will put it on the community tab. And okay, well, you need to make one, Mama T. Stop playing with us. Make a damn Amazon wish list, and we will endorse it and all that good stuff, and all of that. Funk that.
Yep,
Do it.
yep, yep.
Yes. Do it like
Yes.
yesterday. Okay. Get
So
on it, girl.
none of the kids have pets yet, because
Hmm.
well, obviously my son just moved out a couple weeks ago into his house, and
Right.
then my daughter, a couple months ago, her boyfriend bought a house, so she lives there almost primarily because it's right by school. So I didn't have any pets even. So I'm like, these are well, I have my pets at the house, and the
Right.
kids come in and steal my animals all the time and just take them for a night or whatever. It's
Oh, do
cute. The
they?
dogs.
That's so
Yes. Oh
cute.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That
They
is
they
so cute.
miss being with the dog, so they will come and one of them will take one, the other will take another, just so that way, and they're getting them acclimated, to their houses too. So that way,
Yeah, of
when we
course.
do leave for trips and things like that, the kids will have them, and
I
it's just
think
so
that's
cute. So
pretty awesome.
now my very first grand pet, I'm gonna have grand chickens.
That is cool.
The
Well,
fuck
you know what?
is that?
Listen, she's starting off with chickens, and then maybe she'll get a dog of her own, but I think that's beautiful. being self-sufficient, having chickens where you have the eggs and that, because eggs are expensive, whether
Oh,
she decides to hatch them into baby chickens, whatever she decides to do, I think that that's pretty awesome. Hi, happy being me. So
hey,
I think that that's
happy.
pretty awesome. Grand chickens, I know. Only
Yep,
JJ.
gun chickens.
So JJ's a country girl. So
I am.
anybody that lives
I
in the
am.
country and had farm and all of that, you guys take your chickens seriously. My sister-in-law lives in Florida and she has her chickens and she takes them. Those are her pets. You
Oh
can't tell
yeah.
her any different.
Yeah,
She will
my
fight.
daughter, her boyfriend bought, and her, I mean, they're pretty serious, and her boyfriend's just such a good kid. He's I'll just say he's a first responder, and
Right.
he is, gone a lot of the times, like working 24-hour shifts and things. So, she wants some things to do when she's not doing school or working, or I'm like, girl, why do you need more things to do? Like, you're busy all the damn time. But she
Right.
loves pets, and she's hoping that once she graduates, they'll either sell the little house that they're in, and then, but she wants property because she wants to do a hobby farm, not a farm for like profit, but a hobby farm. So
Yeah,
I think that that would be so cool. I'm
I
excited.
think that would be awesome too. Yes, and Mama T's birthday is tomorrow, but in case some of us don't see her tomorrow, we just wanted to say happy birthday to her. And we hope she has a great day. Mama T said just the birthday wishes are enough, and we respect Mama T because Bliss Chris said it earlier. She as well said she wasn't interested in making a list, and if she changes her mind, we'll be more than happy to, post it for her,
Yes. Uh-huh.
get her gifts from it, but we will also respect her wishes. If she doesn't want that, we respect that as well.
Yep.
Mama T is a very private person, doesn't ask for anything, so we'll
No,
respect her
ever.
wishes either way. But if she does want that or whatever, we're more than happy to do that. And seeing Happy here. Happy, I need your address and JJ needs it so we can
Yeah.
send. JJ wants to send you the palette and I want to send it to you as well. All we need is the address, so we can get, your stuff out to you. Um, so yeah, so I just saw you and I just remembered that we need the address so we could send the stuff out. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, um, so Discovery with Nicole, I okay, I'm probably saying it wrong. You guys may know I did speak about her. Her
Mm-hmm.
channel was deleted. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. Yes, Shay sent the palette to me. Um, her channel was deleted. Wildflower Tea had Nicole on her panel, and they spoke about her channel having been deleted or suspended, her being banned from YouTube. Um, and it's devastating. It's
Yeah.
devastating, and there are a lot of people that speak about addiction and all of this. It's You have to be very careful with your wording and all this stuff because you can get banned. They were saying that she was mass reported. I'm not sure because I was on Reddit and checking out on Reddit, and I know that Reddit is people giving their opinions. There's a lot of opinions on Reddit, but I just hope that she gets her channel back. But my point is, she hit me up today. I just saw my notification right before I went live on TikTok, and she's still interested in me telling my story. On May 4th, I'm going to message her on TikTok after the live is over. I'm not sure if she's going to create another channel or what or where we would do it if she wants to do it on TikTok. I'm not sure, but she did ask me, and of course, I'm still interested in telling my story. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I would keep you
I
updated
So
with
she's
that.
gonna do that on TikTok. She's gonna
I'm
have
not
you
sure. I'm
monitor.
not sure. She
Okay.
just asked me if I was still interested in doing it, but I hadn't had the chance to DM her to ask her, sure, is she going to create another channel or is it gonna be done on TikTok? I don't want to assume. You know what I mean? But she can do it on your channel. Yeah, I know, but I think of course, she can do it here, but I think she wanted to do it on her platform, which is fine. I just am not sure if she's planning on creating another channel. Um,
I
I
hope
don't
she
know.
does.
Yeah, so there anyway, so I just wanted to keep you guys updated on that. And you are right, Jay Tucker, YouTube. But you know what? I started saying that recently. Well, not recently. I've been saying for a long time YouTube is losing its mind. But I think YouTube has always been off the chain. And I'm just I'm
It's
just
like, you
staying
know,
in my lane.
honestly,
Staying in my lane.
ridiculous. They let this pure BS, channels go on and on and on, but yet they want to take away a channel from somebody who thinks just like you have, Cindy. And like I know now that maintenance medications for people that are suffering, like that saves their lives. And I just don't understand how YouTube could be mad at
Okay.
that.
Thank you with the F.
You
Yeah.
know, if Nicole saved one life, which
Hi,
honestly she
Christina.
probably saved more than that from
Yeah.
relapse. So
Yeah.
if she saved one life, that makes it all worth it. And it's
Yeah.
sad to see that such important channels like that are
Yeah.
just being deleted and taken away.
Yeah.
Why? Makes no
Yeah,
sense.
and they were saying, and I did see that it was said because in the what she shared, it did say that she was pushing the sale of medications or whatever by sharing a link to a delivery company, but I never saw her as pushing Suboxone onto people. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Hi, what the F? Hi, Christina Verney. So, what the F said, hey, in the store shopping, but she did create a new channel. Go to her IG, and in the link, it has the new channel. Back to
Oh,
listening.
good. Good.
So, yeah. But Bliss said that she made it seem, sorry, I don't know why it's not clicking. Okay. She made it seem like she wasn't allowed to create another channel on Wildflowers, and you're
Mm,
not supposed to, I guess. I don't know. It's I don't know, because a lot of people do, they create other channels,
I do it
um
over
and
and over and over again.
I think it's just that people misuse the reporting system. Now, the reporting system is there for a reason. It's to keep things the same way I feel like police are there for a reason, right? There will
Yeah.
be lawlessness in the world without police officers. Now, of course, it gets misused. Of course, like, hello, we're human beings. Everybody in every profession is does fucked up stuff. Anyway, okay, I'm trying not to curse. So the reporting system is there to prevent people from getting too crazy, but there are a lot of people who misuse that. You're not supposed to tell your audience to mass flag anybody. You're not supposed to tell somebody, Go flag them right now, go report that channel." You could lose your channel for saying that.
That's
You're not supposed to
against
do that.
terms of service. Yes,
And
that's
it's
written in
gross.
terms of
And
service.
it's gross. You're using your influence over your subscribers and your supporters like a hate mob. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
gross. If somebody crosses a boundary that's really, really bad, breaks, violates, and you want to report them, then you do that. But to have everybody else mass report them is gross. Never mass reported somebody, never asked, never done that. Just don't do that. I'm okay with not watching it. I'm okay with not watching it. Um, and that's it. Even people that have talked about our deceased parents, we didn't report them. We just don't watch. You know what I mean? We just don't watch. So, and
Right.
that was it. Hi, Melanie B. How are you, sweetie? So, but again, I'm not telling anybody else that if somebody says something really disgusting, not to report them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I know it's there for a reason, but a lot of misuse. A lot of people are misusing it, but people still do that. Yeah, I know, Vera. And again, whatever. What happened? You need me to do your hair? Sorry, guys. JJ, could you talk real quick? I got.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Okay. Cindy's
Son
got to
has
do
super
the
long
hair.
hair. I want to show you guys. I'm gonna post a picture. It doesn't show his face because y'all know I don't play no games with my sons. But I want to show you guys how long my son's hair is. So long, and I love it. I get to do his hair. He's so cute. All right, sorry. Be right back.
Melanie B, were you in Jules's IG live last night? I just want to make sure it's the same Melanie B. I'm not sure or not because I know that there are a couple, and I don't want to be saying anything if you're not the Melanie B who was in there yesterday. I didn't even know you could even do that on YouTube. Talk about people, deceased parent. Yeah, they do it. They do it though, Jay Tucker, all the time. You know, they talk about things that are extremely disrespectful. And for a long, it blows my mind because there are channels that do that. They will go after deceased relatives, whether it be a parent or a child. I've seen it done to parents who lost a child. So it blows my mind because they continue to have channels, and yet you have somebody who is trying to help with something that is a real epidemic, or if they want to call it a pandemic. Drug addiction. It just is. Doesn't make a person bad. It's just it's an illness. It's a sickness, and they need to get better. But you know, there are these people who probably are suffering, and I don't know. They gotta. I don't know. I guess they have to call family, friends, their sponsor, whatever. Some people may not even be comfortable with that. And I thought Nicole's channel was excellent. So it's sad. It's very sad. I'm not with none of that. Play if you want. Shaking my head. Exactly. Yeah, you don't mess with parents. I mean, what's wrong with you? I would never even think to do that. Like your mama's a B, you're this, you're that. Like what? We in like sixth grade? Because, you know, the adult me could probably smack you a little harder than the sixth grade one could. The sixth grade JJ. I don't get why people go after kids or parents. They act innocent. They are innocent. Yeah, they are. They are innocent, and it blows my mind every time because they do. And I think it's because they know what buttons to push. And when it comes to those two topics, whether it be parents or your kids, you're probably going to want to flip out, and that's what they want. They want that flip out moment. And I've said it a few times. I have my limits, and if those are crossed even a little bit, like there's no if, ands, or buts, and that's just the way it is. Okay, Melanie, I thought so. No, nothing happened. I just wanted to make sure I had the right Melanie. I was saying hi to him, like, wait, is that the Melanie that was in there last night? But wasn't
Okay.
sure. That was fun, no, wasn't it, Melanie? That was fun. I really like that little group.
What the hell?
That's
The last four of your social. Listen, don't give anybody your damn social. Don't give anybody your
Oh
damn
my
social.
God, who would do that?
You got
What?
to be careful with your birth date too. Like if you want to be, stay anonymous, don't give people your birth date and all of that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what it
I
is.
I mean, I give people my birthday. I don't really care much. I've been doxxed
Neither.
already. It's no,
Neither. I don't care.
it's no big surprise.
Right.
My real name isn't J J, although that is the name I've been called a lot throughout my entire life.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
My name
Whatever.
isn't Sophie either, so
Your name
so
isn't guilty.
Sophie. So have
Oh,
at it.
Selfie. Are you sure your name isn't Selfie? I thought it was. And your middle
I'm
name
thinking about
Queen, last
changing
name
it
Cindy.
legally. I'm thinking about changing it legally. It's sorry. My youngest is working. Gotta be careful. Um, Working at a place on the weekends, and he's doing really well, and I'm so proud of him. So proud of him. My baby. So he's leaving to work early. He's really responsible. My sons are amazing. Now my youngest is working at a place where it's nice. I'm not gonna say it because people. It's sad. I don't share about my sons. Hi, Amanda. How are you, beautiful? But because again, that door is shut. But little things I like to share, and he just started this new job and he's really enjoying it. And So I'm proud of
Good.
him. I'll keep that to myself because again, keep and I'm really haven't been fighting with people, which is also a good thing. It's also a good thing. Um, and
It's not
and
worth
I
it.
know no, and I know a lot of people on YouTube feel like channels are irrelevant. If somebody that whatever that doesn't like me would look at my channel, they would probably laugh. Oh, she only gets like 200 to 300 to 300 views alive. And me, I'm like, shit, I got 300 views. That's a wonderful thing, you know?
Right.
Um, to me, it's a wonderful thing. Hi, JL fan. How are you? Yeah, I don't get channels talking about others' families. It should be off. It
Uh-huh.
definitely should be off limits. Families, kids, keep your fight with the person on social media. Like, keep your fight with me. People may not like me. They have the right to that. But coming
Right.
after my kids or my relatives, um, and some people say, well, it's been done to me, so and to each his own, but I don't do that. I don't do that. And it would be easy sometimes, right? People
Yeah.
upset you, people say horrible things about you. It would be simple and easy for us to come here and play the same game at the same level, but it wouldn't make me feel good. It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. Like, and that's not me because again, I'm not no moral authority. I have a dirty ass mouth. Fuck is part of my vocabulary, like ingrained in me, deep ingrained in me. But I do have values.
Well, I think that's a good thing, but I think a lot of people don't have them. And that's a problem. Like there needs to be something that's off limits to you. Otherwise, I think you don't have morals or values or any of that. There just should be some things that are completely, and I look at it this way, if you've got to go into families discussing or contacting or
Yes,
any of those things, going after people for their looks, calling them ugly, fat, yada yada. Like you kind of lose a bit of the argument because
yeah.
are you going after the person for their behavior, or are you going after them for the way that they look? And you don't like them, so now you're going to go after their mom, their dad, their deceased relatives, their children. That's just, it's crazy to me. It's crazy.
Right.
It's going a little too far, a lot too
And
far.
it does, and because like, in my opinion, right, if I come here and I'm always talking about other people's looks or comparing the way I look to somebody else, for me, this is just my opinion. You may try to convince somebody that you are confident, but that reeks of low self esteem. It really does. Like if I have to come here and be like, what? Look at her. She thinks she could, like, girl, I don't have to, you'll never see me put a picture up of me and be like, look at me and look at so and so. Who's prettier, guys? Put a one if it's me, put a two if it's her. Like, first of all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I've seen some women that aesthetically would be model status. And when they open their mouths and the way they carry themselves is ugly as hell. Ugly as hell. And that makes the most difference to me. You can be beautiful looking and but be the nastiest person, and that shit fades, man. That shit fades. You're not gonna have that for the rest of your life. You're not gonna, everything goes south. Eventually, you can have the best skincare. Everybody ages, and I
Right.
hope you have something to fall back on, a good personality, lifelong friendships that you formed. Because people that could get over on their looks their whole lives, that it fades. Women tend to depreciate in value as they get older. And it's the truth. Men, their value goes up when they age. That's the
Mm-hmm.
truth. And women,
Yeah,
we depreciate. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. I
Women
agree. I could see
are in
that.
their 20s. What?
I find a
What,
lot of
JJ?
older, I can see that. I mean, my husband's 8 years older than me. So I find a lot of older guys more attractive? I don't know, because they're men are. It's just a maturity thing. They mature slower. Women mature faster.
Yeah,
And I want a man. I don't want a boy. So, and
right.
I've kind of always been that way.
Right, exactly. And it's just a fact if you look at it, because men can have children longer. I mean, there's the anomaly, a woman that can have children, like the brat, almost 50 years old and is pregnant. Janet
Yeah.
Jackson had her first kid at 50 years old. Those are rare, that women at that age, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing if you can. But men can have kids well into their 60s, even older, where women, our biological clock is winding down. So, you may think that when you're in your 20s and your 30s, that, this is what should be your selling point. But when you get older, 40s, 50s, that, unless you have a great plastic surgeon and a lot of money, and I think there were women that were so beautiful and plastic surgery destroyed them. Like Courtney Cox. I thought she was beautiful. And now
Oh,
she looks
yes.
weird. What did she do
Meg
to her?
Ryan. Meg Ryan was so cute. And look what she did to her face.
It's
It's
it
horrible.
it's no, let
Jennifer
yourself.
Grey couldn't even get work after
Yes.
she had her nose job
Her
because
nose
she
job.
looked
Yep.
so
Yep.
different that her star power, it's kind of like, yeah, you could put her name on there, but when people look, it's like kind of like, oh, that ain't Meg.
Yes.
That isn't Meg Ryan, or that isn't, and that's just the way it is. They get a
Right.
Jennifer Grey. They don't. I don't know. I don't know why do that all to your face. I don't know that I could ever cut on my face. Like,
I know,
ow.
but with Jennifer Grey, I get it because that was her biggest insecurity, and
Mm-hmm.
people were always talking about her nose. Let's be honest. When she was in movies, when she was in Dirty Dancing, do you know how many critics were like, "Oh, they could have picked a prettier woman to have been the leading girl."
Wow.
Yeah,
I
when
thought she was beautiful.
she
I mean,
is
what the
beautiful.
hell?
People did talk about her nose, and how they could have had someone better alongside Patrick Swayze. So she goes and she gets this nose job thinking that it will help her career, and it actually ended it. Like, it's sad to me. And Shay says, nah, hit up the plastic surgeon. Botox is your friend. And listen, I know
Yeah,
people that get Botox, and I do
I
have
do.
expression lines. Like when I speak, I have expression lines. You can see them. That is just who I am. Like, my face makes expressions. You know what I mean? And maybe if I had G money, maybe I would get Botox. I don't know. I don't think so, but
I
who knows?
do. I do.
But I
I
don't
get
knock
it, but
anybody who does.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to last like 3 months. I get it like every 6 months, and I'm very careful. Like, where, like, I don't go overboard. I still want my face to move. I want people to, but at the same time, like my crow's feet, those
Right.
can get deep just because of the way my eyes are. It's just, one of them things, and I don't mind doing it, but I do it like every 6 months, and it's not like people think. It's like a 1, 2, you're done. You don't even feel it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it whatsoever.
And I don't knock it. If you want to get Botox, they do it. You know what I mean? But people that change their whole face, and to each his own, guys, right?
Yeah, I
People
know.
do what they
Yep.
want to do. I just
Oh
won't.
my God, Kenny Rogers before he died. That poor man. I don't know
Oh
what the
my,
hell they did to him, but they messed him up. Like, he looked
yeah,
like he was forever like wide-eyed, like
yeah,
shocked or something, the way that they did his. And I don't know. It would bother me. Like, if I were to do anything at all, it would be
right.
my nose. But like I've said in the past many times, that's like my a familial nose. Like, my family, like, I can trace down exactly where I got it from. So it would be so strange to look in the
No, no,
mirror and not see me as me. Like,
right,
that would be
right.
difficult, And then what if they mess
Yeah,
you
it
up?
would.
That's your face if they mess you up.
Yes. And you're stuck with it. And Jay Tucker, you're right. Let me tell you something. Little Kim was my bitch, right?
Yep,
I
yep.
loved her natural look when she would wear. Little Kim started all the different color wigs and all of that. Beautiful. The way she was like that was beautiful. And when she started changing her face, it becomes addictive. And she just changed her whole look. And Little Kim was stunning. Like, oh, she was the
Yeah.
bomb. She was the bomb, you know. And when she changed her face, I was like, damn, girl. And she just kept on and kept on and kept on. And then did that little waist where it looked like she removed damn ribs. And it's just like, come on, guys. Like, to each his own. You want to fucking look like that, then you go ahead. Because I'm not a tiny woman. I'm a full fucking figured woman. I get it. But I just imagínate, I'm not removing no damn ribs and doing all that. You can't breathe and shit. No, too much. It's just too much. It's just too much for me. And I'm okay with aging. I'm okay with that. Like I'm gonna be 50 in a few years, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm the same way. I don't care, about age. I look at Botox as like a preventative thing.
Yeah,
There are some people that, oh God, I hate to even say it. Like, but I'm only gonna say it because people kept on saying it, like in streams and
right,
stuff. Like, what was going on with Jen Bailey's forehead? Well, what was
right.
going on was, she has not aged exactly gracefully. A lot of
I
people
think it was
do,
the
but
tanning.
she,
I think it was the tanning, the excessive tanning.
yes, the tanning. And she was constantly tanning and tanning beds, not, just the lotion you put on self tanner or whatever. No, she was constantly in
She
tanning
was
beds
addicted to
to
it.
be
She
dark.
was
She was
addicted to it.
addicted to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it's probably because it being tan makes you look a little thinner. It hides some flaws. However, you're going to pay for it down the road with like
Yeah.
leather looking
Yeah.
skin, and
Yeah.
it's not worth it. It's not worth
No,
it.
it's not. It's not worth it, and it does make your skin look artificial. Um,
Yeah.
I'm Hispanic. I have a natural tan. You know what I mean? Like I have a natural tan 24/7, 365 days a year. You could tell by my hands. Like I have a natural color to me. And of course, in the summer, I can get darker. I don't because I avoid the sun. I do. I don't go into the sun and let the sun hit my face because that's the way I can prevent that stuff naturally, right? Don't do, damage to your skin with the sun because you could get cancer, God forbid. So things like that I do. I wear sunscreen. I don't go into the sun and stay there for hours. I don't. In the summer, I don't go out into the sun. I wear a hat. I'm
Mm-hmm.
careful with stuff like that.
Most
That's
Floridians,
right.
you don't even see a lot of Floridians. People on the beach in the summertime, majority is tourists because we know better here. We know better. Like you need to be putting on like 100 proof
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
SPF, and
Florida, shit.
you're not trying to get all like overheated. And yeah, so it's more of a tropical, I guess, destination for others. But in the summertime, we're all like, nah, nope, we're staying away from that. Nope, we
I
don't
did
want
my
the
lash
sun.
extensions and I think I did it wrong. It's bothering me.
Oh no,
I
but they
think
look good.
I think this one I did a little too close, like too far in, and
Oh,
it's like
okay.
bothering me. I usually do them really well, and I used a little eyeshadow today. I used the
It looks
Natasha
pretty.
Denona. I
I
love it
love
so
it.
much, JJ. It took me like 2 minutes. Two
Which
minutes.
one? Oh, the love
The one you
love
got me?
spell. Yep.
Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Love
so
spell.
beautiful.
It
Yes.
is beautiful. It is. Those are I honestly use Natasha Denona, Makeup Geek, which Makeup Geek is no longer in business.
Yeah, I've never tried
Shit.
Makeup Geek.
Oh my God.
I've heard great things, but I've never had the opportunity to try.
Makeup Geek practically like throws itself from the pan onto your lids and you don't have to do anything. It's
Oh
that
wow.
good. Yeah.
See,
And
I'm
now
sad that
it's
now it's not
out of
in business.
business.
I would have loved to have tried.
It was
Uh,
due to 2020 that, the pandemic and all that it went under. But um what's her name,
yeah,
Marlena
Marlena.
Marlena
Mhm.
yeah, she has a channel, and she has done, well, that's how she got started, and she's the
Yes.
owner of Makeup Geek, or was.
Yes.
And she just said that she couldn't get all the supplies and everything that she needed. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but it sucks because those were so good. So I use Makeup Geek, Natasha Denona, ColourPop.
Yeah, I love
I even
color.
use KKW, but I would say out of all of them, the most I used are the
Mm-hmm.
Makeup Geek and Natasha Denona.
Really? That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Yep.
But
Those are
I
the ones.
really reach for the Natasha Denona because it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the You Can Be. It's so You Can Be is so easy on the lids and it's
Yep.
so inexpensive. Like
Mm-hmm.
so affordable that you would think the quality would suck and it really doesn't. It's amazing quality. I
It
really
almost fools you. It's like,
yeah,
wait a minute, this can't be like,
right?
because I just paid a whole lot of money for that palette over there, and it's not even performing
Yes.
as good as this like $10 palette. It's
Yeah, and you
crazy.
know what? Like Too Faced and Tarte never performed as good for me. Never.
Nope.
You Can
Nope.
Be performs way better than Too Faced, and I no
I
longer
agree.
have Too Faced or Tarte, and I used to have a lot of them. I used to have a lot of ABH, a lot of all those brands, and honestly, You Can Be and ColourPop performs a lot better than those brands, in my opinion. Pat McGrath is still amazing. I love her stuff. Natasha Denona is definitely amazing, and of course, I love ColourPop too. And of course, Lunar Beauty is like one of my favorites of all times.
Yeah,
Those
he's, oh
shadows
my
blend
God. Yeah.
themselves as well.
I
Lunar
gotta
Beauty,
say
they
though,
blend
the new
themselves.
Too Faced Italian Spritz,
Uh huh.
that palette that had the newest recent palette of Too Faced,
Yeah.
it is so good. When I
Is
say
it?
creamy, like they could practically be like cream shadows. It's so good, but they pick up on the brush just fine and blend out nice. So I was shocked. I'm like, oh damn, Too
That
Faced,
sounds
okay,
cool.
you stepped up your
That sounds
game.
Yeah, I wanted, oh my God, JJ, I wanted that Alice in Wonderland from ColourPop. When I saw it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, and rarely I think about um the PR sets, but I really, really wanted that one. I'm hoping it comes back in stock too, because I do want to snag that one too, Shay. I've never tried one size either. Patrick Star. I've tried a liquid eyeshadow, um, and something else. I don't remember, but that's all I've ever tried from Patrick Star, from his makeup line. So I
So
don't know.
did you happen to see okay, well, should we continue talking about makeup and all of that, or you
No,
want to talk some
what did you want
YouTubey
to?
stuff?
Oh, I was just.
No, I was just thinking, did everybody see what's been going on with the whole Muzz stuff?
Was seeing it on Reddit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reddit's
Um,
big.
I've seen a lot of it on Reddit, but that's pretty much that's pretty much it. That's the only place I really
Mm-hmm.
seen it.
Have y'all in the chat seen the stuff going on with
You
Muzz?
know, Rhinestone, they're not related. Sorry.
Patrick and Jeffrey. No, they're not. They just decided that's not their real names. Jeffrey is Jeffrey's real name, but his last name isn't Star.
Right.
Neither is Patrick's. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting. Okay, now I'm lost. Yeah. Well, crazy when communities lap over. When you start to see a community. So if you are run out of one community, and by run out of, I just mean that you are no longer at all favored. Nobody wants to watch your
It's a
stuff,
lot.
and
Okay.
you've been made out to be, this person or whatever. So you skip on to another community and you start to do the same BS that you were doing in the other one, and you think for some reason it's going to turn out okay in the new one that you're at. That doesn't work. Okay,
No.
it doesn't work. You got to stop the behaviors. It's just the way it is. You have to. And I'm sorry, Muzz, but girl, you have not stopped these behaviors. You just have not. And it's sad. It's sad. I think that she could, how many people need to say you think that you're better than everybody else, smarter than everybody else, above everybody else before you start to think, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, how can I fix that? Because I don't want to come across that way because I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Whether she means it or not, I have no idea. But I just wonder, at what point do you at least question it?
I don't know, and I agree, Melanie. Her past is now
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
present.
Mm-hmm.
And we know because we were in that other community where Muzz was in that
Yeah.
other community
Yep.
as well, and we migrated to the new community where she is as well. So we've known Muzz a long time. We saw a lot of the situations in real time in that other community as well. It's not secondhand information for us. We saw it in real time, and you guys can look back. We've rarely ever spoken about it because we know that we've made mistakes and people have their opinions on us. Um, and it's a matter of perspective. But there are certain things that we've learned and we actively work to change. We
Right.
know, I'll say for me, I know that I've had arguments with people and ongoing feuds with people, and I was guilty because I continued that feud. You know, a feud can only continue going if you allow it to. If you keep participating, and of course, people can continue to talk about you or do whatever,
Right.
they lose that power once you decide you're not going to fight anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that, and it's easy to say, I've always taken accountability, but your action doesn't show that. I can come and say that I've never done one thing wrong on YouTube, never. It's everybody else's. They're wrong. They're wrong about me. They
No.
think that I say things that are out of line. I've never done that. You guys should appreciate my wisdom. Like, what? First of all, I'm fucking joking. That's not true. I've said a lot of shit, stupid shit. Sometimes I shouldn't have come live when I was angry. I shouldn't have come live at certain times.
Yep. Yeah.
And I've apologized though. Listen, let me not curse. There's only one video has ever been deleted off my channel. So anything stupid that I've done is still on full display on my channel, bro. Anything and everything I've ever said is on full display on my channel, and the apologies are also on my channel. So I know it's hard. There's no perfection here, but it's like me having moved away from the anti KJ. And I'm not saying I left it because so many of my friends, we were all in there together. And there's
Yes.
still
Yes.
people that
Mm-hmm.
are still a part of that community that are still my friends. So when I say I just moved on from the coverage of Katie Joy, that's what I mean. I don't mean that like oh God. I just mean I wasn't interested in hearing about Katie Joy, so I moved away from that kind of content, you know.
Right.
Um, but we it's people, like, just because I moved out of that and moved into another community doesn't mean that I can pretend that things that I said in the past never happened. Like,
Right.
the internet is
Right.
full of.
And I'm in a lot of
Hi,
communities. Well, not a
William.
lot, but I'm in a few. And it doesn't stop at an anti KJ. Like when they say, oh, you were an anti KJer. Well, yeah, I couldn't stand KJ. I still
I
can't
agree,
stand her. I
Melanie.
think that she is pretentious and
Yeah,
I just think that she's harmful. And that's just my opinion on her. However,
right.
how many times, and then when the content creators had nothing new to report on because Katie stopped going live or she whatever. She
It
stopped
got stale. Right.
making a fool of herself in every single video and all that. Then they would go back to like videos done 2 years ago. It's like, oh my God, all right, come on, please. Like and I'm not trying to knock anybody who does commentate on her. Like, you do you do your channel, you know what's best for your channel and what you enjoy covering. I just didn't want to hear it. That's
Yeah.
all. I don't want to hear none of it. Like, I just wanted to be removed from that because it really did feel like constant, like a community rooted in hate. And I
Yeah.
was there and part of it when that whole community formed. You know, I was like, Dad, yeah, somebody's finally speaking up on this lady who's like, you know, just out, like spreading false info and just not a
Yeah.
good person overall, and
Yeah.
yells at her subs and all of that, you know. So I'm like, finally somebody. So, and then when you start commentating, or you start leaving comments, then it's you become a part of that community, and it's what it is. And I
Yes.
found the 90-day community, and can I say the 90-day is any better than the anti-KJ? No, but it's different. And there
Yeah.
are a lot more creators in the 90-day that I get along with and that I really enjoy to hear their opinions
Yeah.
than I did in
And
the
it's not focused
anti-KJ.
around one person, even though
Right,
John
right.
Yates was a really polarizing creator in that space. It wasn't a John Yates community. It was a 90-day community, you know? And I think that that's the difference. And guys, here we've never really spoken about John Yates, maybe in passing, no dedicated videos. And I think that's what we wanted to steer away from. A community centered around one sole person, um, because it becomes frenzied. It becomes frenzied. And we've seen it firsthand because I became that too. I became so engulfed with Katie Joy and so angry and so annoyed, and it was unhealthy. I was like, I don't even know this lady. I have no idea. I don't know this lady. Why am I so angry? And sometimes I would get the same way with Jen Bailey, you know, but
Yeah.
for a whole different reason. But for a whole different reason. Katie Joy is smug, and what she did to Sue Elliott, the way she treated Sue Elliott will forever be ingrained in my brain.
I know.
And I will never forget that because the way Sue Elliott was treated by Katie Joy was disgusting. It was egregious. And you know what I mean? But Jen Bailey is more personal. It's the things she says are more personal because she's attacking smaller creators and stuff. I hope that makes sense. Um, and I just
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, I
you
get
know.
it. I
But I
think it
wanted to
does
say,
make sense.
Joe, and I get it. Shay is also good with Muzz, and we respect that. We're
Yes,
not
and we
here,
do. Yeah, we're
and we're
not
not
trying to.
here trying to dog her because we're not cursing
Mm-mm.
her out or anything.
Nope, nope. We're
We
just
just
talking
think
about
that
what
everybody
happened
should
last
try to
night.
do better. Everybody should try to do better and accept some sort of personal responsibility. And especially when you're trying to tell others about the way they should behave online, and you, but you can't take your own advice when it's
Right.
turned on you.
Or admit what you've done when there's
So
absolute proof and people saw it. Like, it was Anna Maria's. You know, I watch Anna Maria sometimes,
yes,
drop the
ma'am.
mic with Anna Maria. You know, I don't agree with everything they say. I probably don't agree with a good 60 or 70% of what they say. But then the rest of it, you know, I very rarely will even say hi in there. You know, there's a lot of people in there that are just, I shouldn't say a lot. There's a few
I agree,
people in there
Melanie.
that I don't want to, you know, associate with or whatever. However, they were talking about something about Muzz, and somebody came in and called Mandy. Everybody knows Mandy. Well,
Yes.
they might know Mandy. A lot of people do. She's in the 90-day community, was also in the anti-KJ community to begin with, and was because Anna Maria didn't know what had happened, any of the past, and how
Mm-hmm.
it's repeating itself until Mandy, you know,
Yeah.
she kind of spoke up on it. And then somebody came in and people were speculating that it was a Muzz sock. I don't know if it was or not, but it was pretty much defending Muzz. It was defending Muzz. And it it made Mandy look like oh, well, it's her word against mine. So I did speak up and I'm like, no, 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 don't really talk in this chat. However, Mandy is not lying. Everything
Right.
she said is 100% true. We watched it happen in real
Right.
time and
So
it
the
blows.
person was calling Mandy a liar, basically.
Yes, 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 was calling her a liar. And that's what Mandy kept saying. I don't lie. I don't lie. And I think Anna Maria, one of them, was like, I don't know Mandy to be a
I
liar
think-
or whatever.
Yeah,
And then I confirmed it, and Anna Maria were like, "Well, thank you, that you
yeah,
spoke up a little bit." Because I'm like, I'm not gonna let Mandy like look like
yeah.
a fool in
She's
this
not a liar.
chat.
She's not a
She
liar.
didn't lie. She told the
No, she's
damn
not a
truth,
liar.
and that's so frustrating. And I think that people wouldn't be angry or look at Muzz. And I'm not saying this for people in chat. Like, if you like Muzz, go for it.
Yeah,
Hey,
if
look,
you're
I
friends
like
with her,
people.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
I
Like,
like people that other people don't like. And
yeah,
can I explain why? No, I can't. I just, everybody has their own limits and things that
yes,
they
right,
perceive and
right.
stuff. But when it came to her, I just felt like she never would ever admit to anything that she did, even when stuff was like, no, like hundreds of people will come forward and say, no, we saw this, this happened, and there's screenshots, and there's this and there's that. And it's just kind of like, oh, well, the mean girls and the this and the that, and it's like, come on, man, you did this, just admit it and move along, and people wouldn't harp on it anymore.
I
It's
think
the
that's the point,
denial.
JJ. If you said, "Listen, yes, I
Yes,
did.
it
I'm
is, it
sorry.
is.
I'm sorry." I think people, because then what can they do, right? Then they would be the assholes if they continued to bring up old shit that you've already addressed and apologized for. I think that that would make a big difference. I think it would, in my opinion. But trying to play semantics with certain words. Oh, they keep saying I called a morgue and it wasn't a morgue. Okay, maybe they used the wrong
Girl,
word.
you did, you
But
did, you did.
no, but I'm saying, like, morgue instead of funeral home. It's the act. Did it happen or not? And so it's things like that. Again, I'm not trying to go on her because she has enough people, you know, coming at
Right.
her. So, but
I mentioned it only because I've seen recently that it's still being denied, and then someone like Mandy and other people
yeah,
are
that's not it.
basically called liars for telling the truth. And
Yeah,
I can't stand that. It's like,
yeah.
okay, you went, you got monetized, all that, and now you don't want your reputation to go down the toilet, but you should at least admit to the things that you have done. And I believe it would be like water under a bridge. I mean, people won't ever forget it, but at least they could forgive a bit and move on. And you can say, "Look, I apologized. What more do you want from me?" But when you have somebody that is steadfast and will not, I mean, for nothing in the world, you could be looking at a black wall and you're like, see, Muzz, that is black. That's a black wall. And she'll be like, nope, it isn't. No, no, nope, it's white. I swear that's the way it
Yeah.
is. Like, it's, if you say something and then she's done something, like, just apologize. You did do that. You did cause Julie Gagney, may she rest in peace,
She
her
rest in peace.
family. Yes, her family. You contacted them and a funeral home. You did. You also did say that your fiance died when he didn't die. He's still
Yes,
alive. And
yes.
I don't know if it was two or three times that he was resurrected.
I
Like, there
don't
were a
know.
few
I
there.
remember her saying it once. I remember that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and that was enough. And again, yeah. Yes,
It was.
Shay and JJ are the head mean girls. Yep.
We
And you can
are.
ask anything you want,
I'm
William.
so mean.
And I agree, Happy. I wish some would
Yeah,
just come on,
absolutely,
look straight
William.
in the camera and apologize. No, they
Yes.
did this and that, and I had this and that going on. Just apologize for your actions, right? With no ifs, ands, or buts. You know what I mean? No, I did this because somebody else did that. No, I did this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's it. And I swear to God, guys, I could say sorry. Full stop. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Full stop. Not because
Yeah.
she said this first to me and I fucked up. I said some bullshit. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Right.
Muzz did that, Vera. Muzz
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, she did. She did. She did all of that, and it can't be denied. And then
Yeah.
recently, was it yesterday or the day before, she did a video saying how since her boyfriend was going to go off and die anyway, that she just told her friends he died, but he didn't die.
Yeah, that's
And from what I
crazy.
understand, the guy is still alive
Yes.
today. Like there was, I don't, and there were family
She just
issues,
lost
like the mother.
contact with him and she said, I don't know. And it was just, eh,
It sounded
listen to
like the
me.
dude wanted to ghost her or something,
And,
and
but
she
it
couldn't
was the way
handle it
she
and said
said
he
it. It
died.
was the way she said it. I haven't spoken to him. I don't know if he could be alive. He could be dead. Like, I,
But she
God.
told people he died.
No, I know. But
And she
isn't
got
that
all the
kind of
sympathy
nonchalant and
for it.
disrespectful to say, I don't know, he could be dead now? You know, like what?
Very,
He's
very
chronically ill.
disrespectful.
He's, terminally ill. I just think that when we, again, I always say we, fucking me too. When we come on here, we have to be aware of our words. Let's say I'm her and I'm talking about somebody in my family that's terminally ill. And I nonchalantly say, yeah, well, my aunt, God bless my aunt. My aunt, I lost contact with her. And, she's terminally ill. I don't know if she's still living or she may have died already. There may be somebody that's terminal, and I don't mean to laugh, it's laugh out of nervousness. There may be people in my audience that are suffering with terminal illness. It's the presentation, guys. We have to be aware of
Right,
that. And
right, right,
sometimes when you're so emotional and upset, don't come live. Don't press
right.
live.
Don't try to compare someone who is still in the community, still being very messy. And listen, I wish her, and I'm talking about Geneva. I don't know her. I didn't get involved with her whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
can only
either.
go by things that I've seen and things that I've heard. I don't want to get involved with her. But I wish her well if she has cancer. And nobody. I wish cancer. Fuck cancer.
No,
Sorry, I
no.
know I said the F word, but that's one
God
thing that
bless
it's
her.
worth
No,
saying
yeah,
it
God
for.
bless her. I don't.
And God bless her. I hope she gets better. But girl,
Yes.
you've been messy, and you cannot, Muzz, compare your friend Genevra to Mims, who was just in
No,
ICU for a
no.
bilateral stroke
Yes.
that
No,
nobody knows anything about. Like they
exactly.
were, it's apples and oranges, and Muzz tried to get real excited and why is one person's illness more important than another? Well, one of them that has an illness is laying in a hospital bed and cannot even type, see, hear,
Exactly.
nothing
Exactly.
that we know of.
And we
Yet,
need to respect that. We need to respect
yes,
that. Why are we even
yes,
talking about her in that manner at this moment and making comparisons that do not need to be
right.
made?
That was
You know what I mean? Like,
disturbing.
it makes no sense. If you have an argument and you want to defend your friend, then defend your friend. But you do not have to bring in somebody else that is fighting for their lives to make your argument stronger. Like, it's the
Right.
disrespect for me. It is the disrespect for me. And we are praying
Mhm.
for Mims and we're keeping everything surrounding Mims positive. Keep Mims out your fucking mouth, man.
That's right. That's right. Mims is one of ours. Like, leave her alone, leave her family alone, her kids alone. Let them grieve the fact that their mother is ill and is, in a hospital bed still. It's very serious what Mims went through. And I don't think that comparing Muzz to Genevra, somebody who has can is said to have cancer, is the same as somebody who just almost lost her life out of the blue and is fighting for her life right now in a hospital.
And we're not taking away
Very, very,
from
very,
her.
very
God
big
bless
difference.
her. And I wish her well and I wish the best for her. But the comparison, there's no need to compare them. There's no need to do that. And we need to stop. We need to stop Have some fucking respect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And many people have said that, even people that had a falling out with her. You know, like Jules fell out with her, and Jules is, you can tell, tore up about her friend, because just because you have a falling out with someone doesn't mean you stop caring about them. You stop loving them. You don't hope that, things are going to get better. You'll repair it. Of course. I have, well, I don't want to say so many, but I have three best friends, and they were from childhood. And have we gotten into rifts and things before? Of course, but then we patch it up. It's better, whatever. So I can see that, Jules is pretty tore up about it. She doesn't feel right about it, and she gets pissed when people do like what Muzz did. Like, stop it. You stop. Like, there's no comparing. I understand the person is sick and ill with cancer. I've lost family members to cancer. She's still able to fight, and she's obviously still able to type because she's, I don't know, looking into people's backgrounds and sharing information and whatever. It's a little too much. Too much. Hey, Corn's mom.
Where's my corns, mom? Hey,
She
beautiful. How
here.
are you, corns, mom? Sorry, guys, if I got a little feisty. It's just, that is a hot issue for me. Seriously, seriously. That's like Miss Manda. Miss Manda is one of my good friends. Had a stroke. It's by the grace of God that she's here. And I just think that when somebody suddenly becomes something like that happens suddenly, and they are fighting for their lives. We do not bring them up to justify some online bullshit. Oh, she did X, Y, and Z. Like, what the fuck are we even? And I said I wasn't gonna do this until Mims is back, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop
Yeah,
bringing
because
Mims
it's
up into the
continuing.
bullshit. We gotta stop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's on you, Maz girl. That's on you. And listen, I don't hate you. If you happen to hear this, I don't at all. Like, I don't really even really know you. I just know, like, not on a personal level. I just know you're quite messy. And you love to be in people's DMs. You like to play both sides of the fence. I've learned a lot. A lot. And not just from what we can see, but also I think subs, and I always tell myself I have to remember this. Subs don't know a lot of the history or things that go on behind the scenes, that
Yeah,
you see and hear, and that there's proof of. And Cindy and I just don't come out and say those things because we try to look at it like it's none of our business.
yeah,
However, last night,
yes.
that
One's
was a
mom.
bit insane. It was a bit insane. Like, listen, nobody, I'm just going to say, I have not seen one lie told against Muzz. And
No,
it's just true. It's the truth. And I don't hate her or anything. I just wish she would admit to all that she has done. Stop doing videos making excuses like, well, in my mind, he was dead. Like, nah, girl, no.
it
You
just adds
said
insult to
your
injury. It
man,
just adds insult
yes,
to injury.
right. You said your man was dying, got the sympathy for that, then told everybody, all your friends, everything, that he did die. Eh, but he didn't die. He didn't. And then you did it again. Like, how many times can a person come back to life over and over again before people are like, wait a minute, how much sympathy do you need?
I just can't imagine, JJ, anyone in my life,
I know.
me using their illness or their anything for any kind of sympathy online. Like, there's no amount of sympathy that I need that I'm gonna use somebody's illness, especially somebody close to me. And again, I'm sorry, Muzz, I'm not trying to come for you. I know you got people coming for you, but girl, you're dead ass wrong. What you
Yep.
even having Mim's name in your mouth, girl, was dead ass wrong. That shit made me upset. Upset. There was no reason to make a comparison. There was no reason for any of that. It's fucking gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I get it. Like, to me, it felt like performative outrage, honestly. Like, when
Hi,
does
sweetie.
it stop? Or however she said,
JJ.
like, it was great. It was like so dramatic. I'm like, okay, this is so over the top. You don't even win an Oscar. Like, stop it. It's not even the same thing, not even close, you know? Mims, God bless her and her family. She's not even speaking right now that we know of. She had strokes on
No,
both part of her brain. If
she's not
anybody knows what
online.
that
She's not
means,
online. She's
she's
not.
not online, she's not causing problems. So to compare her to somebody
No.
with an illness that is causing problems still, it's not the same thing. It's just not. And you're wrong. And you need to retract that shit or do whatever you got to do because it makes you look like a whole ass fool.
And it doesn't take
That's just
away
my
from
opinion.
anybody's illness. It doesn't take away from anybody's illness. But you
Mm-mm.
having an illness doesn't give you carte blanche to do whatever you want on the internet. Again, these are these shields. And I'm not talking about her in particular. I don't know Geneva. I'm talking about in general. There are people that have medical issues, that have mental issues, financial issues, physical, whatever, economic issues, and are problematic, talk shit, do shit, go real life, and then when they get some backlash, their shields come up. And no, I'm sorry. No,
Yes, and
no,
um, what is it? Oh, where was it? Where's the comment? Um, hold on, let me find it. Okay, Melanie B says, "When you lose control, you lose the argument."
yeah,
Yes, and I've been guilty of doing that. I have been
so
very
have I.
guilty of
So have I.
losing control, and going ballistic because somebody
No,
is
we
trying
know
to paint me in
rhinestone.
a way I'm not, or coming for my kids or my family, whatever, doxing me,
Right.
all of that. Like, there's a way to handle it, and I have lost control before. I have, where
So
I've
have I.
just gone crazy, and then people look at me like I'm this horrible violent person. I'm like, what? Me? Nah, just don't be messing with my family because the claws come
Right.
out, that kind
Right.
of deal.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
I
I
agree.
get it. It
And Care Bear,
happens,
it's
but
so
it
good to
shouldn't.
see you. It's so good to see you, Care Bear. That's my favorite blue bear. But
I
I
know Care Bear
and
was in there
Rhinestone
last night.
and Pamela Barr, listen to me. Sharing, okay, is not the same thing. I think that as a community, we should share certain things that we're going through. I would never say that, and I know that you're not sharing things for sympathy. So we don't want people to misunderstand that either. We're not saying that. It's you come and you share, and this, there should be certain safe spaces where you should be able to come and let it out. Maybe certain people can't talk about it to their family. They don't want to put that on their kids, or they feel like they're burdening people. Don't ever feel like that here. We want people to share. We want people to be able to relate and be like, yeah, I've dealt with this.
Yes.
Oh my God, so have I. You don't know how many times
Uh-huh.
people have been at ease knowing that they're not alone in what they've suffered with or what they've gone through. So we love and appreciate you guys having courage enough to even open up and share these things about yourselves. We would
Right.
never want anyone to feel bad for that. We love you and we
Mm-mm.
respect that.
Well,
We're
and
talking about
that's
people that are
something
manipulative.
that's
What you
something that
Jennifer?
that was one of the things we're going to talk about
Yes.
on Wednesday, is like the
Yes.
manipulation. And
Yep.
because we've done the whole victimhood and stuff, and we want to
Yeah.
talk about like the sad fishing and grifting and
Yes. And
dry
spamming.
begging. Dry
Yes.
begging, for anybody that
Yeah.
doesn't know what it means, it just means, like, say I want something, right? Like, I'm constantly complaining about, oh, and I'll do it in a sly way too. It's not like I get on and I'm like, oh man, guys, my computer is not working. I need a whole new computer. I'm ready to
Right.
junk this thing. No, it's like it's done methodically. Like,
Yes.
oh man, oh sorry, I can't copy and paste because my computer's a mess right now, and I even when I get paid on the 21st, it's not going to be enough to fix my computer.
Yes,
Like things
yes.
like that, and they're constantly said that is dry begging, and dry begging is manipulation. You are
It is.
manipulating somebody to get the thing that you are complaining that you don't have or
You're
want.
so welcome, Mama. Yeah, like saying, "Oh, listen, guys, I'm not gonna be able to go live because my computer just sucks. So
Yep.
and
Yep.
because I can't go live, I'm not gonna be able to make any money. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this month." Let me tell you something. Again, people fall on hard times. It happens. But if you are not a creator with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you are not averaging three times your rent on YouTube, you should not be dependent on YouTube. Like you shouldn't, because each month fluctuates. You know what I mean? Certain months will be better than others. So you can't gauge everything by 1 month. Oh, well, shit. I made $600 last month, so I better make 600. I need, and there are creators that have been blessed and have done well because of their supporters that have been so generous, and then they expect it. Oh, well,
Right.
I've been making such and such, and now I'm making so much less. First of all, it's gross, it's disgusting to put that out there. Second of all, you don't have the right to be an entitled Karenina. Nobody owes you shit. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you super chats. Nobody owes you donations. Those are extras, those are privileges. And people do that all the time. And don't allow that. Don't allow somebody to treat you like their personal ATM card. None of you guys are anyone's personal ATM card. Anything that you've done for
Right.
anyone is generous. It's a blessing, but it's not mandatory. It doesn't come with YouTube. It does not, you know?
No, it
I
doesn't. And
remember
Jay
dealing with
Tucker.
PTSD and social anxiety. I didn't
Yep.
tell nobody. I kept quiet and went through that on
Yep.
my own. And that
Yep.
makes
There are a
me
lot of
sad.
people do that, and it
Yeah,
sucks.
and that makes
But
me
it
sad, you
it
know?
does make me sad because people should be able to share, and there shouldn't be like this expectation of a super chat or a cash app or a quote tip unquote. Like tips, I understand. Like you want to support a creator, heck yeah, support them. But
Right.
don't manipulate your
No.
subscribers into supporting you or getting you things and making it. They do that because then it's like the person who hears, like, okay, for example, say you,
Mhm, I
Cindy,
love
were
it.
like, man, JJ, like, I need I don't know, like I need to go see the eye doctor, right? Like that's what
Right.
you could say to me. I need to go see the eye doctor, but I can't afford it. Like even when the 21st comes, I'm not going to
Right.
have enough money to go. And I could be like, all right, man, that freaking sucks, right? And then the next few minutes, you'll say it in another way, like,
Yes.
oh wow, I can't see anything. I need the money for glasses or contacts so bad.
Right.
Like that's what happens. That's what,
Right.
and we see it happen. And
Yeah.
people support. And I have been guilty because you don't know until you know. And
Right.
I have been guilty of giving people money that turned out to be nothing more than a scam. And that's
We
heartbreaking.
love you.
And it
Yeah.
makes me want to pull away and not, but it's really not in my nature to do that. I just
No.
have to be more careful and verify
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. And I want JJ to show you guys. I'm telling you, you
I
guys,
will. I
you're
will.
gonna be in awe of it. It's beautiful. And I'm not a country girl, but I loved it. And Rhinestone, we know how appreciative, and you didn't ask for anything. The same way Happy didn't ask for anything. That's something genuinely, because I feel like I'm blessed, guys, right? There's a lot of my personal life that I no longer share online. Again, I've made the mistakes of oversharing online. And JJ would be like, girl, why you shared that? And a lot of my friends, Vera too, girl, chill. So I'm very careful. Most of my personal stuff I'm not going to share anymore. um of course, my recovery things that I've already shared, I'll elaborate on. but I'm not going to share a lot of my personal stuff here because I have to keep that boundary. Because I've learned from my mistakes in the past, and I want to keep it to my opinions of, opinions that I have about things that I'm seeing in the world, not things about my personal life. And it's just easier that way to accept criticism that other creators may have of me when it doesn't involve my personal life, when it
Right.
doesn't involve my kids. But I can't blame people for giving me criticism about content that I share if it's about my personal life, even though people shouldn't talk about things I didn't share online. But that's just my personal feeling.
Right.
Can't stop people from talking. But we have to be
No,
proactive
no.
in our own lives. You know what I mean? And as content creators, we have to filter things. I would never come here, and that's just me. Let's say, God forbid, I contracted a STD. I would never come here and share that with you guys. Like, first of
Oh,
all,
hell no.
you're
Hell
gonna send
no.
me
Who would
penicillin?
do that? Oh, well, never
Right.
mind.
I don't think anyone would do that. No one would do that. Well, no, 99.9% of
Mm-mm.
people wouldn't do that. Now, people will do it to other people to shame them or to, and that's fucked up. But I'm saying for me, I would never come here, and I don't, guys. For people in the bushes, I'm not admitting I don't have a fucking STD. I'm just saying there's certain things I would never say anyway on the internet because this is not the place for it. Why would I say that? One of you guys are a doctor. You're gonna come here and give me a penicillin shot or whatever the fuck it is I need. No. So what would my motive be in coming here and sharing something so personal, so life altering, that's going to change people's perception of me in a negative way, unless I'm doing it for sympathy, I have an agenda, a motivation behind it. Some people don't care. They have no vergüenza. They have no shame. I do. I do. And I know my sons may see my videos, and the last thing my son needs to see, one of my sons, what? Mom got damn herpes? What the hell? That's not a fucking thing. It's not a thing, bro. Again, whatever. People gonna be like,
Oh
oh,
my God, I would be humiliated
there's no
to
fucking way,
tell my
man.
child that because, I preached for so long, especially about safe
Aw.
sex, and so far, so good. My son's going to be 24. He's not a father.
Yeah, mine's either,
My
thank
daughter
God.
either, in school doing her thing. But
Yeah, mine's either.
yeah, if it were me and my kids, like, heard me
Oh, thank
or
you.
somebody else on a YouTube channel talking about an STD because I let people know, I would be humiliated.
Cannot.
Like,
Mm-mm.
right, right. I wouldn't show my face, but I also wouldn't show my face again, although this person doesn't show her face. But I would also not go onto my channel on an avatar and say my fiance died, but he didn't, then he did, then he didn't, then some made
Yeah.
up story about kids and family and them not liking her and like that's like I would never
Oh,
lying
thank
like
you,
that.
Virgie.
Oh, Virgie's a
Sorry, I
doll.
can't
She
see it. I
is.
only saw it because Mama T said it.
I can read it. Vera was gifted a membership.
Okay, yes.
Teresa was gifted. Viva la Roca. Education. Yay! Woohoo!
Yay.
We got all our peoples with memberships. I love
Yes, we
them
got
all.
we got Rhinestone, Vera, Teresa, Viva on Education. Yay, thank you, Virgie, like a Virgie. Thank you so much, Mama.
Oh
You
yeah,
are so
Rhinestone
sweet.
too. I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
Rhinestone. Yes, my peoples. Thank you. That was very sweet, and I
Thank you,
appreciate that so
Virgie.
much.
You're a
Yeah,
doll.
Rhinestone,
But
like, hooray.
I hate that I didn't get to know Virgie at all, like earlier, because I've seen her in
Yeah,
chats
me
and
too.
stuff, but she's just so cute and funny, and I love being around her.
And
She adds a
so
lot.
sweet. And so
Yes,
sweet.
so sweet. Exactly.
You know what's weird? Because we met Mama T from the anti-KJ community, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
Virgie is so similar to Mama T in that
Yep,
way
yep,
that
yep.
they can go in any and every chat and get along with any and everyone. And I think that that is so important. And that is hard to do. That's hard to do. You know what I mean? That takes a lot of restraint, That is what neutral really looks like. Mama T, Virgie,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Vera too. Vera, Vera will tell you about yourself in a minute, but she's not a shit stirrer. She doesn't.
No.
She tells me personally, like, what the fuck. But so that is what being neutral really looks like. And I don't have that ability. I wish I did. I try to, keep my nose out of shit, not fight with people. And it's sad because I'm still getting the cold shoulder by people, even though I haven't said anything nasty about anyone who's been fighting. And that
Right.
makes
Well,
me
people take
sad.
sides. There's sides. And it's kind of like, oh my God, I hate that person so much. How could you even talk to them? And I
Oh,
understand
JJ.
that. Like, as humans, I think that that is just something that we do.
Thank you,
But you need
JJ.
to check yourself. Oh, you're welcome. We got five more. We got Jake
We
Tucker
got,
with his
yay. We got
nice
Jay Tucker.
abs. Care
Uh-huh.
Bear. Care Bear.
Care
Vic,
Bear. Yay.
Vicky
Vicky.
Pavone. Chris
Uh-huh.
S. And Amanda.
And Amanda,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, JJ, and thank you, like a Virgie. Yes, that was JJ. Thank you, Manita. I appreciate that.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
guys. I gotta go check my emoji. Oh, guys, I'm gonna make some new emojis. My emojis are stale. There's some that are gonna stay forever. The Karenina has to stay forever. I did JJ's and been totally forgetting to switch it up.
Yep.
Stormy has to stay. Stormy has to stay.
Oh yeah, Stormy goes nowhere.
Stormy has to stay. My Stormy emoji has to stay. The Karenina has to stay. There's like a few that have to stay that are just part of the channel, but I want to rotate other ones. So I want to make some more fun emojis. So I'm gonna work on that today and tomorrow. I'm gonna work on that. Usually I go live on Sundays, but since we went live tonight, and this is not me sad fishing, guys, it's better if you go live more often,
Yeah.
because you get more ad revenue. Like the ad revenue I've been doing really okay with. You know what I mean? Usually it's like a few pennies. Mine's is like a few dollars each one. So I'm not complaining, guys. This is gravy.
Right.
This is gravy. I'm grateful for it. It helps me pay bills. I have no expectations. You know what I mean? I'm not like, well, I need to make this certain amount. That's not a thing. No, I'm not gonna take your breaking news.
No, no,
That one's
that's
safe.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breaking news is safe. That one's safe, Shay. But I appreciate it, and I don't know. So I'm going to work on it, and so the more you come live, the better it is. And just I'm not gonna, again, I'm not gonna share too much, but I'm dealing with some stuff. So we'll see if tomorrow I'm up to it. Maybe I will come live for a little bit. But Monday is our members only, and we have so much fun in members only. So all our new members, I think you guys will really enjoy. It's every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, no matter what. William, you looking at the makeup. I know I miss Black Hat. I hope he's well. But Mondays are always fun, and Wednesday we will be doing, the continuation of, it's like a series that we're doing. But so I may be here tomorrow. I'm trying to gauge it. Oh, thank you, Virgie, for the super chat. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here.
Right.
We
It's
appreciate
like,
you guys.
girl, it's a privilege knowing you because you're an awesome person. You don't have to like give
Cheers.
money or any of that. And I'm
No,
just grateful to be around good people. And
yes.
if anybody super chats or sends cash apps or whatever they do to support the channel, you know, uh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And like Cindy said, that's gravy. It's like, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yes. And it's not needed, it's not expected. It's appreciated, but it's not. You guys being here and interacting in chat is all I need. Because there are people that don't have that interaction, and I'm happy for all you guys that are in chat and are having conversations, and we can laugh and be silly and have these moments together. And to me, that's the most important thing. You guys really helped me get out of whatever funk I'm in. Before I came live, JJ, I was talking to, she was like, oh, you're in a funk
Yeah.
today. I'm no
Yeah.
longer in that funk. I feel so much better now that I came live, and I usually do feel so much better after I'm here live with you guys, and the rest of my evening is always great because I just am in a better headspace. So I thank you
No,
guys
and
for
I'm glad you are, and you need that. And you don't come and tell your struggles, like
no.
on a daily basis, and you don't ask for anything. So there's a difference between sharing your struggles so others can relate and sharing your struggles because you're putting your problems onto someone else's shoulders.
Yeah.
There's a difference, and
Yeah, and
it's
it's not
it's
fair.
very apparent, and it's not fair. It's not fair to put your BS onto your subscribers, knowing that you're manipulating them into helping you, because there are a lot of people out there that have a heart and don't want to see
Yes,
people suffer. And I
I
am one
agree.
of them. I don't want to
You
see
are.
people suffer.
You are.
But at the same time, I also think that people need to make hard, difficult changes for their
Yeah.
life to get better. Otherwise, you're just running on a damn hamster wheel and you're
Yeah.
not growing whatsoever. You just keep doing the same things over and over and over again. At some point, you have to change that. You got to pivot, man. Like, get yourself one of them hamster habit trails where they can go all through, like, and look at that as your life, like going through the tubes, going like the ups, the downs, that's a normal life. It isn't
Right.
constantly down and putting your problems onto other people's shoulders because they worry, they care, they want to do something, they want to help you, and
Yeah.
you know it. That
Yeah.
to me is manipulation.
I remember the Carol Burnett show. Wasn't it
Me
where she
too. Me
where
too.
she had the big butt and she had the broom and she would be, or the mop, and she would be mopping as a cartoon in the beginning? Wasn't it
Girl,
that? The Carol,
that
remember where she had
show.
like a bonnet on and like a
Yep.
house
Yep.
dress, and she was
Yes.
mopping and putting it in the bucket and mopping. I remember the Carol Burnett show. I was young, but I remember that. Yeah, that's funny that you say that. I definitely remember that. I actually remember the tune. I do. I remember all of that. We have fun in here. Some days we laugh, cry, and scream, but it's never the same, and it's always with love. I agree, Corn's mom. Some days I come in here a little angry. Then there's days where we're just laughing and silly, and then some days where we're emotional, we're crying. My mom's birthday's on the 26th, and so I need to be live with you guys, um because my sons work, and so I'll be alone, and I've been alone a lot lately because even my youngest son works at night. So at night I'm alone, all my sons are at work, and I'm here alone, and so it's been a little difficult. It's been a little
I
difficult.
know, I know, I get you, and you're going through a lot anyway. You're
Yeah.
you're still very displaced, and
Yes.
I understand that. And we can talk as friends outside of this, which we do.
Yeah.
I know a lot more about Cindy than what's put online.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there are some things that are private and something, and she doesn't. I don't even know how to say this, but if Cindy really wanted to be up here sad fishing and asking for things, she could, and people would help her, no doubt. But she don't do that. So,
Mm, no.
and you got to look at the pattern, right? Like the pattern with somebody over and over and over. It's the hamster wheel. It's like you're not
Yeah.
going anywhere in life. You just keep doing the same effing thing. Like you're not going to get any better. And that is so true for so many content creators. There are a lot of
Thank
them
you, Vera.
that they might start like at a different community, like an anti KJ, and
Yeah.
then come to the 90-day community like Muzz did. But if you still, her bullshit followed her. Whereas
Thank
if she
you.
would have just said, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't know how to handle it. My boyfriend had cancer, he left me, and I didn't know what to do. So it was
Thank you.
like a death to me.
Yes. Yes.
Or it was like a death to me, and I apologize for making and for saying that he did die, because then she was all too excited to try to help and get him things, and her friends are like, wait a minute, didn't he die? Like, why would we be doing these things? Oh, no, 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 he's not gone. and then he died again. And then it turns out he didn't die again. He's still very much so alive, from
Yeah.
what I've been told.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, don't lie like that. Why lie online?
No.
People are going to look into your bullshit whether you like it or not. Do you think that people have not run background checks and stuff on me? I know they have. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't care. All right, go for it. Go, you're not going to find anything. Have a good
Right.
time. Knock yourself out. Even if it was there, I would have admitted it a long time ago, because I wouldn't give someone else the power over me to
Right.
out my situation as if it's tea in my
No.
real life.
No. JJ would 8 Mile herself, and there's nothing
Oh
really
yeah. Yep.
anybody
Yep.
can out about me either. It's all out there. I put it out there myself. Like, what are you gonna do? Put my mug shot? I don't think people could find it. And if you could, I don't care. It has no
Mm-hmm.
power. Even if you posted my mug shot, I'm actually intrigued to see. I know I was skinny as hell, what I looked like, probably a hot mess. But that shit
Do
was
you
like,
have one?
I don't know, it was like 23 years ago. I know I have a mug shot because I was arrested.
But
But
I'm surprised, Cindy, that nobody has shown that, because you know
I
how these people
know.
are, man.
I
They
don't think
will.
they can find it. I don't think they can find it. But even if they did, JJ, I swear I wouldn't care. I would laugh
Well,
actually.
right, because that's a
Terrible, I'll
different
probably
time.
be
You're
like,
no longer that person. You've
exactly. It's
learned.
not like
You're
they're gonna
you're
find a mugshot of me from a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. It was 22 years ago. Like, who the fuck you think you're gonna do with that? You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's nothing. I've never lied. Yes, I have a record. Yes, I was an addict. I did a lot of things I'm ashamed of. You know what I mean? But that was 22 years ago. That was a lifetime ago. I have kids that are older than that. Like, that was a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? So I don't care. It doesn't affect me, because I've never come here and pretended. I didn't come here and say, no, never been in trouble. Never did, I was never an addict. And then somebody's like, oh, what about your this? I found that you were an addict. What about this? I found that you were arrested. I've come and I've said it myself from the beginning, not out of fear of it being outed, because that's what I wanted to do. That was the kind of content I wanted to talk about, you know? I don't care. It doesn't, I don't care. So it loses power. And now that you've been doxxed, that's why when somebody's been doxxed, and just Jules says it, I've been doxxed. That shit, that's it. It lost the power the first time. But I see some people
It does. It does.
she's doxing me. Like, bitch, they know your name already. Like, they know your name already.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
think
I can
anybody and their mother
promise you
screenshot it?
that that is
Mhm.
100% true, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want nobody to dox me. Like, I just want to be on here. Yeah, talk some shit, but I'm not trying to like harm people in their real lives. Like, I'm not calling probation officers, hospitals, funeral homes, family of
No
people
way.
who died. Like, I'm not
No.
doing any of those
Family of
things,
people who are
you know?
alive or past. Nobody. I don't give a fuck. Even if you're
Mm,
alive, I'm not calling your family. For
That's
what?
weird. There's too
Yeah,
much
go
time
ahead.
on your hands if you're doing that shit.
Yes.
And again, you lose the argument
Man.
if that's what you have to rely on
Thank you.
to win the argument is somebody's past.
Yes.
And everything, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but everything on YouTube seems to be like amplified. Like, stuff could happen in real life and you'd be like, oh damn, that sucks, man. Like, I hope it gets better, whatever, you do what you do. But online, it's like, oh, let me clutch my pearls.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God, they're the devil. They need to be ousted. You know,
Yes.
there are
Yes.
a lot of people that, let me tell you, I'm not going to F with. I'm just not, because I don't like the way they move, whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to look into their real lives to hurt them
No
even
way.
more.
No
No.
way. First of all, that
Mm-mm.
takes too much time, guys. You don't think I have better things to do? And I do treat people how I want to be treated. I don't want nobody fucking with my family. So why would I fuck with somebody else's family? If I think it's wrong for us to be doxxed, well, not really me, I don't give a fuck. But when JJ was doxxed, I thought that was disgusting. When Shay was doxxed, it's fucking disgusting. um why would I do it to somebody else? Why would I try to dig into somebody else's life? For what? To have that information in my back pocket as an intimidation tactic? So I got your information, don't make me use it. What? Anybody listen to me. If I ever came here and said, "Yeah, listen, don't play with me, bitch. I got your information. I'm keeping it in my all of y'all better unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. That's some grimy ass shit. That's some grime. And somebody done invasion of the body snatchers, because that won't be me. Aliens done came and took over my body, or get an exorcist because I need an exorcism. That is not fucking me. But I'm saying, like, that shit, somebody shows you that. If somebody's willing to do that to somebody else, they're willing to do that to you. They're willing to do that to you. Don't think you're special. They will do that shit to you. If people come to you and they talk about other people, if you're a group of friends and as soon as one of the friends leaves, somebody's talking about that friend, they will do the same shit to you. You leave, you're going to be talked about. Pay attention to patterns of behavior. Me and Jay used
Yep.
to say time. Pay attention to that shit.
Pay attention. I can promise you, and we learned the hard way. We did. We're like, well, shit, we're not doing none of that. So why would this person like turn on us?
Right.
Yo, they will. For
They will.
content, they will. They will
Yeah.
be. Some people do it for kicks because they're like trolls, or they consider themselves
They're just
well,
wicked.
trolls. Basically, that's what they do. Yeah, and they will admit to it, and they're just trolls, and that's what they
Yeah.
do. And you kind of can't get even mad at that. It's like, okay, go do that somewhere else. Bye, block.
Right. Right.
Like I ain't got
He's a
time for you.
gamer guy. Oh, listen, he has a Michael Jackson picture. So if you see a Michael Jackson avatar, that is gamer guy. No matter what the name is, I saw him in a chat. He uses Marshmallow, gamer guy,
Yeah.
something
There's a
else.
few. Something
Yeah,
else. Yeah.
Racer or some shit. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. He was probably the one that came here earlier using Jen Bailey's name. Like, come on, man. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. You know what I mean? And that's why we didn't even acknowledge it. Shay or Bliss, one of them caught it, deleted it. Don't come in here. Don't come in here with that bullshit. Being disrespectful to Jen Bailey, like, oh, I'm still in jail. We don't think any of that's funny. We don't think, and
No,
we don't
it's
like her.
not.
And we don't like her. So I'm not here on a moral high ground. I do not like her, but she's
No,
already in a
I can't
bad
stand her
situation.
ass. I think
Right.
she messed up her kid. She was not a very good mother. And to me, I've said many times the most important thing in my life,
Yep.
not my business, not my marriage, not any of it, is more
Excuse me.
important than the kids that I made. Nothing.
Yes.
So, I don't know. It boggles my mind sometimes, this whole YouTube crap. Like,
Yeah, but I'm
like
not gonna, laugh at that. Like she,
never, never.
it's the truth.
No.
That's it. Her kids have asked. Oh, guys, I shared. Heidi Black put up a comment, a,
Mhm.
a comment or a reply or something from one of her children, and I shared it on my community tab
From one
because
of Jen's,
from
her
one of
daughter.
Jen Bailey's children,
Hmm.
the daughter, the middle daughter, that asked to please stop. Don't contact Jen in jail. Don't do any of that. Allow them to work with their family. And I think that that should be respected and honored. She's not online right now. She's in jail. So allow the family to get her help. Allow them to do what they need to do. If you want to contact her on your own, do that. But putting it on your channel and putting all the information out there, people are gonna troll her. People are gonna troll regardless. People are gonna troll her, send their mail, fucking with her, all this crazy shit. Let's act like that doesn't happen. Especially if they could
Right.
do it anonymously. Email her through the jail system, and just mess with her mind. Why are we still continuing that? I don't have to
Right.
like her. I think it's all too much. Just stop it. Just stop it. Let them deal with her.
Right. And we're a little bit different, like you and I, from the whole like AMZ Jen situation. I mean, we don't fight
Feel me?
and like out and call things like CPS and cops and all that to be swatted, and we don't do those kind of things to each other, and we don't make up every other day after the worst things are done.
Yeah, no, we don't
However,
do that.
it's like, if the kids are begging for the internet to stop because they feel that's one of her biggest issues, I think the internet should stop. And
Yep.
that's just my opinion.
Respect their
It's her
wishes, man.
kids,
Those are her
man.
children. They have to
Like
deal with
she's got to
something.
live. Yes, that's their mother. And like I was saying, like even though Cindy and I are quite different, if one of her sons came to me and was like, "Listen, my mom, she's struggling, she's in the hospital, or she's in prison, jail, whatever the case may be. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want you writing her." I wouldn't be like, "F you, kid, I'm writing her anyway." I
Right.
wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't.
Right. Right.
I'd feel like I am not respecting the family's wishes, and people that are born with or learning, not born with, but learn and are raised to learn morals and ethics,
Right.
responsibility,
You-
maturity, all of those things. If you've learned that,
I
you will
agree,
not
Vera.
continue to write to Jen Bailey in jail.
No.
That's the last thing she needs. She needs her kids, man. She needs her kids
Yes.
back. She needs to,
Yes.
like, that's what's important. Not all these people online that just keep dogging you out and you go flip flopping and back and forth.
Thank you.
None of this is
And that's
important.
that's the thing that Amzi said. She's in jail. She needs support. She doesn't need support from any of you. You people that pretend to be her friend and call her on the phone just to record her call and play it on your channel. Like let's stop with that shit. Stop with that because you're a friend today. Tomorrow you tell her, why don't she put a pew pew in
Mhm.
her mouth? Then you're friends with her
Right.
again. Then you hate her. You don't care about her. Then you love her again. Like stop it. Her
Mhm.
addiction to the internet helped in her spiraling out of control. She doesn't need more love and support from the internet. That was her
No.
fucking demise and undoing. She needs love and support from her family. Her family, the people that can
Right.
see her, touch her, be there for her every day. The fuck you're gonna write to her in jail? She's first of all, she hasn't been in jail for years. She's been in there in like a week. She'll be there for 2 weeks. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes people need a wake up call, okay?
Yep.
And that
Yep.
time to
And
reflect, and that's what Jen needs. And I just think it's crazy that Siwa also, because I gotta throw this shit in there.
yes, girl, I was about to
She's
go there.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
that the family, the children, didn't come to her personally and tell her
See what?
not to cover it. They fucking made comments to everybody. You need a fucking special fucking, they need to come to you directly, Miss Siwa Moon, because you just, the top of the line and tell you specifically, please stop covering her. They said it in general. First of all, they got to seek out everybody now. Okay, let me make sure that I tell this creator, that creator, that creator, that. No, generalized comments. Everybody stop collectively, but see what she's not ready to stop. She's not ready to stop because she has nothing else. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but that's how I fucking feel about it. Don't you're not an advocate for her. You've never been an advocate for her. Her kids were in your chat, yeah, because they were angry. They were angry, and
Right.
now they've realized, holy shit, this is bad. My mom is in jail. That now they love their mother, regardless of how angry they were. They love their mother.
Right.
Respect these kids. You expect them to come to you personally when they've made their fucking the way they feel known. The fucking entitlement. Sorry, that was my rant.
Right. And
Sorry.
Siwa, and this is my opinion only. It's not the opinion of Cindy or the channel or the chat. This is my opinion only. Girl, you are effed up for
That's my opinion
for
too.
last night playing like older lives that have been played and replayed on many channels just so you have content and you want to say so and so did this to me, blah blah. Listen, people did the same. People did a lot of stuff to me online since I've been on here. Have I done
Yeah.
anything different than the way I am now? No, other than if somebody accused me of something and I came in hot and I've admitted to those things. But nah, man, like, no, what you did was wrong. Continuing to play it and being like, I don't care what other people say. I don't care what, the family says, basically, or they need to contact me directly. No, they
No,
don't. No, they do
no,
not.
Oh, and also,
No, you are nobody,
yes,
Siwa. You are nobody
I agree.
in Jen's family.
I agree.
She has 3 kids that are
Yes,
old enough to understand and comprehend what is
yes,
happening. And you are
yes,
fucked up for continuing to go on and show previous videos that other people have already shown just
yep,
so you can continue to talk shit and
yep,
grift.
yes. And I wanted to say, I did see, because again, I only see it through Reddit. I don't watch her. I did see that she was saying, um, because somebody came in and was like, bro, like she's spiraling. Like, what are you doing? Like, cut this shit out already. Like, what's your point? And she lost her shit on them, right? Don't tell me what to do on my channel. Um, all the things she's done to me. She's has done all these things, DV to Clint, yada yada yada. If it had been the other way around, see what we've been saying that. But when the first videos came out, see what defended Jen. See what defended Jen. When the first videos came out, she was mad that these videos came out, talking shit about Clint.
Yup.
She wasn't
Yup.
saying that he was a victim of DV then. She was friends with Jen after those videos came out. So now, yesterday, she's saying how, oh, you know what, because he's a guy? No, no, because that's not why. So you want to play games like people, they're just saying that because he's a man. If it had been the other way around and a man had done this to a woman, he'd be under the jail. I've been saying that. JJ, how long have I been saying that? That because
A long
men
time.
don't get the same respect in DV as women. I've been saying that for a long ass time. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with that this woman has spiraled out of control, spiraled so much where she ended up in jail. She's in jail. She's not online. She's not even in chats talking shit. She's removed from the situation. So now you don't know what she's done to me, the things she said about me. She said those things about you, and you still was cool with her after that.
Yup.
After she said
Yup.
those
Yep.
things
So
about
don't
your son,
pretend.
you were cool with her after that. So now you're using it as
Yup.
this is why you're doing this, but you were okay with Jen after she said those things. Let's stop. Just stop.
Got her on panel, and everybody's like, "What are you doing? Why are
Yes.
you paneling her?" She didn't give a shit because she knew it would bring in views. Oh, Jen Bailey, who's spiraling, is on Siwa's panel. Of course, people are going to look if they've been following the story,
Exactly.
and that's what it's all about. So if you really gave a shit and it was all
Yes.
about that, like, just
Mhm.
admit it. Just be like, "Listen, you know what? People like the drama, so I'm about to
Right.
play Jen, and that's it. And if you don't like it, and the well, she did pretty much tell the family to fuck off. Would I
Yes,
do
she
that?
did.
No, absolutely not. If a
No,
family told me,
I wouldn't.
listen, we are trying to help our mother, and you interfering in that, being an online person that doesn't really know her, is doing no good. So I'm
Yes.
respectfully asking you to stop. How the hell could I turn around and say no? Like, no, I'm doing it anyway. It brings in money. I could
Yeah.
never,
No,
never.
and that's why she's doing it. And at least be honest and say, listen, YouTube is about views. I'm covering Jen because it's what gets the views. Like if somebody could actually
Right.
say that with their whole chest, you may not like it, but at least you'd be like, damn, that was straight up and honest. But they won't say that because they want to, they have this savior complex. You're not saving anybody, man. You're not saving. And if you really felt, that you were doing it for a right reason, you wouldn't have come as somebody that just came in your chat and was like, bro, like she's spiraling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
leave it alone. Her children have asked for this, for you to stop. And this was somebody that supported Siwa that, I just can't. I'm just over it. And I'm tired of people acting like they are just so concerned for people and
Right.
woe is
Right.
me. You don't know what she's done to me. Jen has done a lot to a lot of mother effers online.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yep.
people, she said a lot of horrible, 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 unforgivable things. And they all
Mm-hmm.
decided, okay, that's it. The kids have spoken now. It's time to it's time to leave
A
this shit
lot
alone.
of them have. A lot of them
Yeah.
have. Her Jen's oldest daughter came out and spoke, and well, she
Yes.
didn't speak. She left the
No, she left
comment, and
comment. And they were being
she
deleted.
deleted
And they were
it.
being deleted. Yep.
Imagine, like,
They
you
were
do a
being deleted.
video on someone and their daughter comes in the comments and you delete it because you don't
Yep.
like what the daughter's saying, asking you to stop doing this. Like, what? Like, where's the disconnect? I don't understand. There's no money and things that are worth ruining a family. And those
Right.
kids are young. They are young adults. They are younger than my kids, even. And I look at my kids now and I'm like, oh my God, if they had to deal with that, it would be absolutely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And again, we're not sitting here because I have to keep saying this because, people that may not like me, I need them to understand we're not sitting here as moral authorities. We're not on a moral high ground.
No, hell
Trust
no.
me,
I ain't no
we're
more
not.
authority.
But
No,
this online stuff is not the end all be all, man.
no,
It's
no, no,
really not.
no. And it's ended
It's
in
really
a
not.
very real, not a, but two very real arrests. Okay? She got arrested
Yes.
because is obviously she's suffering from something. I don't know what it is. I'm not a damn doctor. I'm not pretending to be. And that's why I don't tell other channels not to speak about Jen.
Yeah.
I
No.
understand why they do. But
Yes.
Siwa playing past videos after the daughter asked her not to is a problem for me. Like, if
Yes. Me too.
Terry Lynn went on and was like, because listen, Jen went after Terry Lynn freaking
Yes, she
hardcore.
did.
So
Yes,
I
she did.
understand Terry Lynn being angry and speaking about her anger, but to
Yes.
continue to play old videos that have been shown over and over again,
I
just so that way you
know.
can continue to trash this woman who is in jail. She is
Yeah,
effed,
you're
guys. All
right.
right, she's got nothing. She
Got
don't
nothing,
have a
guys.
car. She
Nothing.
don't have a house. She don't have a
She's getting out of
boyfriend.
jail to
She don't
be
have a friend.
homeless.
She
Yes.
yes, because she was evicted as of the 29th or the 30th of April.
Yes.
I think something
And
like
she
that.
and she has
And
court
she's
on the
going to be in
second.
jail. She's
Yes.
going
So
to
when
be
she
in
comes
jail.
home, yes. She has nothing, guys. She has her kids are trying to work with her now and get her into treatment and all of this stuff. And
Right.
again, I'm not trying to defend Jen. That's not a thing either. But two things can be true at the same time. I don't like Jen, but I don't wish that for anybody. I've been homeless, and I know that a lot of my situation back then when I was an addict, I caused myself, just like Jen caused it herself. But that doesn't negate the people that are innocent victims, her family, her friends, her children that love her and through no fault of their own are suffering. We have to respect that, man. Put our disdain and dislike for Jen to the side and think about those children that this is their life. This is, let's pretend that Jen has talked shit about me. I have to deal with it online. I have to deal with the nasty things being said about me circulating. They have to deal with this 24/7, every day, all day. And that's what I think about. That's what I think about, guys. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's why my channel will never have hundreds of people in my chats. Never. Never get 2K views after my videos or my lives are over because I'm not going to do that just to get the views. I'm not. And I'm not shitting on anybody else who does cover it. I'm just saying I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I know that I could cover things like that and talk about things like that and have and put the
Uh-huh.
thumbnails and the titles and have people waiting to come into my lives just for me to I could spew the nastiest shit.
We could be spicy AF. We could be.
Yes.
And people know that. We've had to do it before. And we
We've
could
done it.
be, and we could be playing videos and we could be
Yes.
commentating on them. And but I don't know, man. Some doesn't feel right about it. It just doesn't. And I get it. I get it.
Good
Look,
night,
I'm not
Ken.
trying to tell other people not to,
Yeah.
because then it makes it seem like I'm trying to be a gatekeeper or that I don't
Yeah, we're
approve or
not. We're
something.
not.
And no, I don't want to do that. Everybody can do what they want on their channel. I would never, and I still go into people's channel, even if they're speaking about Jen. It's
Right.
just the way that C was doing it, and the back, the
Yes.
like a bit ago videos that have been shown already, just to go on and
Exactly.
on and about what she's done to you, blah 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 blah. Then go get an RO. Get an RO, but you won't. And the reason you won't, Siwa, is because if you get an RO, then
She has
you
to
can't
stop
speak
talking.
about her either. Exactly.
Yeah.
She would have to stop. You can't do that. You can't keep taunting a person and then expect them not to say anything. So she's not going to go and get an RO against Jen, which she
No.
says very cryptically that Jen does things or has done things that people don't even know, yada yada, whatever, whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't even care. Like, girl, like,
We all have people that have done things to us, like other creators online, that maybe we haven't shared fully. Okay, suck it up, puñeta. Like, put an H on your chest and handle it. She's not continuing it now. So and people don't understand. You talk about Jen, she gonna talk about you. That's it. You know what I mean? And she's not here. So what's your excuse now that now you have all this pent up aggression when you've forgiven her before after she said all this horrendous shit? Like, girl, bye. Just stop with your excuses. Just you want to do it because you want the views, and that's it. Okay, all right.
right, right,
And you don't
right.
give a
And
fuck
admit
about
it.
her kids and their opinions and their feelings, then that's fine. That's fine. That's you. But you don't want to say that because that shit. A few people gonna be like, okay, I don't want to fuck with her. And it's all about the dollar. That's it. There's some creators
Yep.
that don't care about their subscribers and their supporters more than their dollar sign. And that's just a fact. That's just a
Well,
fact.
we've spoken about that before. We've spoken about, like, it's almost not a
Yep.
fair
Yep,
fight when
man.
you're arguing or you have beef with somebody who is doing it because they have to do it for the dollar versus
Yeah.
somebody who is doing it because they have fun and they like to talk to people and they want to, spread awareness for
Yeah.
whatever, whether it be addiction, HIV, whatever the case may be. There's a difference between somebody who is doing it for money and somebody who started a channel just to speak and conversate and have friends. There's an effing difference.
There
And the
is.
difference with Siwa is she's doing it all for money. So she gives no F's what anybody says. Because last night, all throughout her live, she was being told things like, stop, why are you doing this kind of thing? And then Siwa would flip out. Like, I have a right. You have no idea what she's done to me.
I
Yada, yada.
know.
And
I
we
heard her say that
understand
to
that.
somebody.
We
Yeah.
get it. We get it. She's done horrible things. She's in jail right now.
Right.
Jail,
He's
right? She's
savage.
not going anywhere. How much more do you want to punish this woman? She's in jail. Let her family deal with her. It's not our
Yeah.
responsibility.
It's
Why
really
would
not.
anybody try to, that's never met Jen, say, oh, I know what's right for her? None of us know. None of us are
No.
doctors here. None of
No.
us. So I don't even know if, I don't know right from wrong when it comes to Jen. I don't know if people speaking about it like the way Terry Lynn does and refutes and the way Jules does refutes the BS that is being said,
Right.
versus people that are just doing it for money. There's a
Right.
difference. There's a difference, and people
And
need to
there's some
realize
people
that.
that have stayed solid in their position with Jen Bailey. So,
Mm-hmm.
and have been personally affected. That's different than somebody who has gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with Jen, pretended to be her friend and got on the phone with her just to record it and play it on their channel. Like,
And
you're playing, no, fuck
Savage,
that.
Savage just came into chat right now,
Yeah.
and you know, Marie, like my respect for you grew tremendously because you posted what the daughter said and you asked
Yep.
people to respect it. And
Yep.
that needs to be commended because it
Yep.
there's a lot of people that Jen has done wrong, but I would say you're in the top 3 for sure. And if
Yes,
you're
definitely.
asking people to respect that, they really should. They really should.
Exactly.
And when I saw that, I'm like, God damn, even Savage is like, enough, man. Her daughter is asking, her daughter wants her mother
Yes,
back, her daughter wants to get help. Like, isn't that the goal? Why does somebody
right.
want someone online that keeps spreading the most disgusting lies, saying the most awful shit? Like, wouldn't you want her getting better? Like, go live your life. Go with your kids,
Right.
live your life, go into the sunset and live happily ever after. I don't fucking know. But I just know that the kids deserve the opportunity to
I agree.
help their mother get better
Yes.
without our
And that's what we
interference,
care about is the
the
kids.
internet. Yes.
And that's it. Yes, Savage. And once I
Mm-hmm.
saw that the kids are commenting, that's all I needed to see. And I saw Heidi posted and I shared it because I think it's important. That's it. That's it. That's it. Once I saw that, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote.
Right.
You know,
Right.
as a mom, and you don't have to even be a mom to understand that. Like, damn. All right, that's it. She's not even here right now. And some people don't care, and that's how it'll always be. Right, always been
Mm-hmm.
fuck Genevieve, but I'm a mother, and I were exactly Savage.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
We can't stand her trifling
Yeah,
ass either. None of us
we
can. And,
can't. We
do
can't.
we think she's where she belongs? Absolutely.
Yes,
Because she broke the
yes,
law. She put her hands on
yes.
somebody, and that's the way. And there's nobody that's going to convince me different.
Me
She is
either.
where she belongs. However, I hope, and it sounds like her kids have a plan for her when she gets out of there. And
Yes,
it probably has something to do with getting, mental help and medication, psychiatry, whatever. That's really none of our business.
no, it
Just,
isn't.
it's not. And Marie was done really wrong. So for
Yeah,
her to get up there and post and say, her daughter has spoken, like, kind of leave it
yeah,
alone.
yep.
Mad respect,
Me
because
too. Me too.
you
And I
know
think that that's the important thing. And it shows the character of people when they really can't even respect the wishes of children that have to deal with this on a daily basis, that this is their lives. This isn't just they can't close the internet and it's gone like we can.
hmm right,
That's like me
right.
having to deal with that with one of my children. That I have to deal with that every day. That is what they are going through. And to not have common courtesy and decency and empathy for those kids shows me everything I need to know. Shows me everything I need to know.
Could you imagine though, Cindy? Like, this got to be so hard, because especially daughters, they like love their mother and they look up to their mother. We as women teach our daughters how to become women. And these kids, she's got two daughters, one
Yeah.
that's still underage, and her son is the oldest. Two
Yeah.
of them have restraining orders on her, and the last one wants nothing to do with, like, she's living with her dad now,
Thank you,
just started
William.
living with her dad and doesn't want to
Yeah.
go back. And that, to me, like, if my mother spiraled in this way, I would be devastated. I go to my mom for a lot,
Yeah.
whether it's how to do something with my kids, how to handle a situation. I go to my mom a lot. So it breaks my heart for those kids because they don't have that.
But you know what,
They just,
JJ? It bothers me because I know what it is to have a mom that spiraled. The
yeah,
only
you
difference
do.
is
You
that my
do.
mom, it wasn't social media wasn't a thing. So it
Right.
wasn't broadcast all over the internet. But my mother was mentally unwell. My mother has been institutionalized when she was alive. My mother was institutionalized. And my mother was not well and had a nervous breakdown when I was a kid. So I know what that is. Um, and it didn't make us love our mother any less. All the trauma we went through as kids didn't make us love our mother any less. So I understand from their position, these kids, and they're older, but they're still her kids. And
Mm-hmm.
it's even worse for them because it's immortalized on the internet for these kids forever.
Yeah.
forever the things their mother has done, the things
You
their
know, something I thought of, I'm like, and I keep hoping for this, right? Because we all want a redemption story. We love a good redemption
yeah,
story, like somebody doing so bad and, they get
you
better.
turn it
Somebody
around.
that was
Yeah,
heavier and they lose weight,
yeah,
like they did, people turning it around or whatever. And I've thought to myself, like, how amazing would it be if, like, a year from now, Jen's not on the internet this whole time, and she comes back a year from now and was like, I don't even recognize me as a person and the things
yeah,
that I said. Like, oh my God, that probably
exactly.
make me cry because, her kids deserve it. I think of her
Yeah,
kids because I'm a mother, and I think if I went crazy and how much my kids come to me,
yeah.
it's it's awful. I just can't relate to. I don't know. And I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what she's suffering from.
Proof.
And I don't know what to tell people how to cover it and not cover it and what's
No,
best. And if you do
no,
cover it, you're vilified, and if you don't cover it, you're a PAB. I don't know. I don't know what's right. None of us do.
no,
None of us here. We're not doctors.
no.
But, we can be humans and empathize with her kids that
And it's
they're
all
having
out
to
there
deal with
already,
this.
right? Like, what else is there to say, honestly?
Yes.
What else is
Nothing.
there to say? Everything's been shown, played, up until the point when she went to jail, and even afterwards. She was shown in the courthouse and everything. There's nothing left to say. She isn't in jail. Now, if Jen comes out and continues the same tirades, then do what you want. But as for right
Right.
now, she's not online. She's not continuing that. Let's move on. Let's move
Right.
on.
Right.
That's all I
She's
feel.
in jail, man. She's in jail. And
Yeah.
don't be, finding out information and how you could give her commissary and how you can send her like, stop it. This is not, it's not our business what she's doing in her real life right now. She needs to get better and not be thinking about, she needs to be thinking of her damn kids. That's what she needs to be
Yeah.
thinking of. Her family,
And I
not
understand
the
some people
internet.
wanting to, but I understand some people wanting to be kinder. I'm saying Jen's not, never been to
Oh yeah, of
jail, and I
course.
want to help her out. But all you're doing is keeping her addiction to the internet um alive in her, letting her know people still want me back on the internet, and that's gonna start taking up her mind where she needs to be focused. She needs time to self-reflect at what has caused this. And her biggest addiction is the internet and the attention she's getting, whether it's negative or positive. We need
Yeah.
to remove the internet from her for right now. Trust me, she's not gonna go without. She has 3 meals. Do you think that people and if one of her friends from the internet that are her friends want to send her something, then send it to her. But you don't have to keep telling everybody everything you're doing on the internet, because all that does is leaves it open for people to troll her and keep on fucking with her head.
Right.
And again, I'm not defending Jen. Damn it, I don't. It's just too much.
I
Whatever.
know, right? Like, I feel almost like we're just Jules right now, and people will say they're defending Jen. Listen, I can't
No, we're
stand that
not.
bitch. She,
Yeah,
I
we're
got
not.
personal reasons. Me and
Love
her
you,
had
Vera.
a situation. We have
Yeah.
personal reasons. I do that. I can't stand her. However,
Yep.
I I don't dislike her kids, and
Yeah.
I could be a human being and say, like, if her daughter never said anything, if the kids never said anything, even the
Yeah.
Jake, which Jake is a victim of Jen, big
Yes,
time,
he is.
and he even came out and said, stop it, the
Yeah.
internet is not helping her, and that everybody is doing it for clicks and views, which is why on Cindy's channel you will not see Jen Bailey hashtag because,
No.
or
Hey, Stormy.
right, like, you haven't hashtagged. Hey
Nope. Only
Stormy
once, and
Rivers.
that was a whole video that I did about Jen, where
That's
I was
different.
talking about her because she came at me crazy. That was the only time I've ever hashtagged Jen Bailey, because it was Selfie Queen Cindy versus Jen Bailey. So yeah, I hashtagged her. But that was the only
Right.
time. I've never. You guys could see Sunday chat, Friday chat. Nobody's names is really hashtagged. I'm not doing stuff for the views. I know how to do that. I hate to have to keep saying that too because people swear that we don't know that. That we don't know if we put everybody's name in the title and the thumbnail, hashtag people's names, all kinds of random shit. Hashtag Katie Joy, even though we don't fucking talk about Katie Joy. Like we know that. We wouldn't do that shit. We just don't do it. That's it, puñeta. You know?
Oh my God. And it would be, right? Like if you started hashtagging these things, it would change the algorithm to
Yeah, it would.
where the people that have said very negative things about you and I, those videos wouldn't be some of the first to pop up. They just
Yes.
wouldn't. We
They
can
wouldn't.
hashtag others and we will be put in the algorithm
Yep.
with that,
Ahead of
whatever we're
those, yeah.
talking about.
Yes.
But we just haven't gave a fuck.
We just don't care. Like
Exactly.
you run across negative videos about me, you have the choice. Me and JJ, you have the choice to believe them or not. That is your choice. I'm not even choosing to battle those battles anymore. I'm not. I'm moving on, like completely. Completely, I'm moving on. I'm not even gonna argue any of those points anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just not worth it to me. It's really not. It's really not. It's exhausting. And I got
No, no, because we got to look at ourselves in the mirror too. We got to look
yes.
at ourselves,
What the hell,
and
man?
I don't want to look at myself in the mirror and be like, wow, you're worse than a middle schooler or a high schooler. So I try very hard to keep my temper because I listen, I'm a fiery
Yeah,
Latina,
yeah.
and I can get mad. I
I
can get
think
mad. I
you've
can
done
lose my
really, really
temper.
great, JJ. You used to let it loose, girl. You used to let it loose.
Yeah,
And you've
yeah. I
really,
used to
really,
go off a bit, and now I'm
yeah.
like, I learned the way the internet is, and it's not like people that you see in person, because a
Right.
lot of the things that people say they would never say to your face,
Never, never. They
on
could,
my
they could
face,
say they would.
never.
They
And
would
I've
never.
learned that, and I'm like,
They would
never,
never.
never.
Yeah, never. Not in a million years would they talk that hot shit face to face. And that helps me because it's like, Cindy, what the fuck? You going to get arthritis arguing with people with your keyboard, girl? Fuck them. Fuck them. They're not coming. You know what I mean? They're not coming to Jersey to see you. So it doesn't matter. Let them talk their shit. I don't have to dispute their fucking whatever they feel about me, whatever they want to say. If people are interested and have the wherewithal to say, let me try to see it from all sides, then you come to the channel and you look and you get to know our side of things or just whatever who we are, then you do that. If you don't want to do that, you don't do that. But I'm not even going to fucking argue with it anymore. Like I am not. I don't care.
But think about it, Sin.
I don't.
Think about it. How many times, do like that happens all the time? You think, all right, I'm not liking what's going on, whatever, but you don't make a gigantic deal about it, and then you realize, like, oh damn, I was wrong about this person. Like now I
Yes.
see it in an entirely different light. That has
True.
happened to me so many times. And
Yep.
the classic example of that, which I love her so much now, it's amazing, is Bliss Chris. Me and Bliss
Yeah.
were like bumping heads, man, like boom, boom, boom. Like we didn't like
Yep.
each other. We didn't want, if
Yes.
there was something, we were commenting on it and whatever. And then I
Yep.
don't know what happened, but we got to chill and know each other a little bit. And now she's one of my favorite people. That
Yes. Yes.
happens. That
Yep.
happens. It really does. But
That's so true. That's a
it
great
is.
example
It
of
does.
that.
It really is a great example. I adore Bliss Chris. I
I do
do.
too.
Now I'm like, how did
Me
I
too.
ever not like her? Were you on
I know. And
drugs?
she says
Then
the
I
same
know
thing
I
about
wasn't.
you.
Yes.
And she says the same thing about you. How did I not? You guys are a lot alike. That's why.
I
You're
think
very
so. I think
opinionated,
so.
very
We are
upfront.
opinionated,
Yes.
and you don't ever have to worry about the way I feel about you. I don't
Yep.
I just I can't
Never.
be fake. I don't. It's not even
Nope.
in me to pretend
Nope.
to like
Nope.
someone. It's terrible because I even
Yeah.
do it in my own family and my husband's family. If there's
Right.
somebody that I'm like, oh my fucking god, they're toxic, and like it's not a good situation because it's written all over my face. I can't do the
Me
fake.
too. I can't hide. I don't have a poker face either. And I think that that is a thing that people think because I'm not as maybe not as outspoken or as opinionated, but me and JJ share a lot of the same values. Like we would never backstab anybody or talk shit. Like if we say hello to you or not even hello, because you know, being nice, but if we say we fuck with you, you never have to question if we don't fuck with you. Like that's not a thing. You know, talking about you behind your back, none of that. None of that. We just wouldn't do it. You know, a simple hey, and JJ won't even do that. But I can be
No,
like, hey, but
no,
I
I
would
don't do
never,
it.
yeah,
I don't
you
even say
know.
hello to you. If I don't like you, my ignore game is very strong. I don't gotta say hello to you. I could
Mine
pretend.
does too
I
now.
don't even
I've
gotta
learned
block
that. Like
you.
me, I don't block you either. Now I don't have to give you the courtesy of
Right.
even a hello, where I would extend that courtesy to everybody, and I realized why. Why do I felt that it was rude to block somebody or ignore somebody, and I still don't block people. If I block you, is extreme. But I'll ignore you. I'll ignore the fuck out of you. I don't even see you in a chat. You know what I mean? Like I'm not extending that to people anymore, especially you disrespectful. You think you have a cloak of invisibility. You talking hella crazy shit about us. I'm not saying hello to you. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not.
Right,
You're
right. And it goes for like it
a
like even
Taurus.
my friends,
Sophie's
you
a
know, if
Taurus.
somebody's saying something that yeah, I'm a Taurus. My birthday
Mhm.
is
In May.
May 18th. So it's
Yep.
coming up. Yep, it's coming up. I'm a
Yes.
Taurus. I'm very and I am a Taurus to a T.
She
Every
is.
single thing that it's crazy. Like stubborn, I am so stubborn. I'm stubborn to a fault. To where
Yes.
I need to chill on my stubbornness, and I know that,
Right.
and I got to work on that. However, I'm also very loyal and
Yes.
loving.
Yes.
Loyalty is huge to me. If I say that, you know, you're my friend, you're my friend.
Yep.
There's no talking about my friend behind
Loyalty's
their
huge with
back.
me too, though. Loyalty's huge with me too, though. It's important
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
once I can't trust you, there's no going back. Like I can't. You know, if I can't trust you, I can't fuck with you. Like I can't. There's no way. There's just
Right,
no way.
Stormy. Exactly. Stormy says 100. I've been noticing lots of little red flags, which I'm learning to pay more attention to and
Yep.
or ignore completely.
Completely. Yep.
Stormy, I have
Yep.
done that. I have ignored it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing what I'm seeing, or I like this about the person, so I'll let this
Yes.
slide, you know,
Yep.
that kind of thing. In the back of your head, you still have the realization that something isn't right. Like
Yeah. Your gut. You ignored your gut.
your gut, you ignored your
Yes.
gut, and
Yep.
I can promise y'all, every single time I've ignored my gut, I've been burnt and
Oh,
burnt
me too.
big
Me
time.
too.
Big time.
Me.
It's like we should have known better, you effing idiot. Like I want to smack
Right.
myself, you
Right.
know?
Me too.
That
Like
don't
what
do
the
no damn
hell,
good.
girl?
Right,
Oh,
right.
you're
So
a Cancer.
now I try to pay attention to that more and I try to communicate it more with my
Yes.
friends. Like Cindy,
Yes.
if I'm feeling something, you know, I'll go to Cindy, Caddy, Bliss Chris,
Yep.
Teresa, Miranda, like the people that
Yep.
we're very close to, and I'll be like, listen, am I
Yeah.
tripping or is it,
Hey,
you know, do you
no.
guys
Yeah.
feel this way? You know, and
Yes.
you know, they may not, but we keep it there. We're not trying to
Yes.
bring it to a public. We're not trying to bring anybody's channel down or
No
hurt them
way.
financially. Just no. Mhm.
Yeah. No, we're not trying to bring somebody's channel down. We're not trying to destroy reputations. That's why a lot of shit we could have
Nah,
came and
no.
made videos and told our side of stories with graphs and charts and all this other shit,
Oh yes, and boy could
screenshots and
we
all
have.
this. We could have done that, but what's
proof
the purpose
proof
of that?
that would make proof that would make the opposing party look absolutely horrible, because it
Yes,
is horrible. And we
yes,
never
evil.
did that. We never did, because
No,
we don't go real life, and we're not trying to destroy people just
no,
from being on YouTube.
no. We could just
We're not
move
trying to
away
do that.
from you.
We give our opinions.
Right? Yeah, we do that.
Right. We don't like some things that are going on. And Stormy says, absolutely 100. Gotta remember to trust our gut.
Yeah.
Yes. And Happy says, boy, oh boy, did I ever ignore my gut feeling?
Yes.
Girl, you're not the only one.
You're
We've
not
done
the
it
only
too.
one.
We've
Yep,
done
we've
it
done it
too.
too. And
Hmm.
we know better now. I pay attention to my gut the same way I would in my personal life. I
Right.
realized that not paying attention to my gut got me in very dangerous situations. So I pay attention to my gut, but I ignored it so much online. And not anymore. If my gut tells me sun is off, it's off. I'm done. It's a wrap.
Right.
Aries, oh, that's cool. But I don't know, guys. I damn, we've been here a long time, but
Yeah, we
I don't
have,
know.
right? We're
It
just
was just
talking
a
our shit.
casual talk. We talked about many different things, and I think that these are the good chats, because we get to talk about it, whatever's on our hearts or on our minds, and get it out and share it, and
Right.
but
Right. And these are things very fresh, that
yes,
a lot of it we can speak from experience because
yes,
we've been through it. Oh my God. Isn't it the worst when you see people going through things and you're like, oh, I just want to warn them. But if you warn them, then you look like a hater, and they have
yep.
to find it out the hard way. And that
You have to
sucks
let
because
them.
that's us. You and I have found out the hard way how many times, because we just don't go by what other people say. And I think that's important. And that's a
Yep,
difference that I've learned, is just because somebody, and even us guys, if we're talking about somebody and we don't like them, or we're saying it in a negative way, do your own research.
yes,
You don't got to listen to us or believe us, or,
nope,
you know, do your own research, because
yep,
I'm speaking for myself. I made the mistake of listening and believing creators that I followed and liked wholeheartedly, 100%. They can't be lying. So and so did this, they're awful.
yeah,
Well, until it happened to me and Cindy, I did not know that was even. It's almost mind blowing that can
yes,
happen, and that people can turn
yes,
on you in the drop of a hat. It's
yes.
insane. So I just wish
Without any
that.
warning, any explanation, it's just like,
Right. No warning, no explanation. It's just
yeah,
kind of like, well, I'm a troll and I fuck with people, and sorry that you had to figure it out the hard way. So
exactly.
I just want to say to people, please, you don't even got to listen. You can listen to what we have to say, but do your
Right.
own research on a subject
Yes,
and come to your
yes.
own
Do your own
conclusion.
research, please. Yep.
Yes, do your own research and come to your own. I don't want you guys to dislike someone or believe Cindy and I just because we say it.
Yeah.
I I wouldn't want that, because I've done it. I've listened to create all of these things are from experience. I've done it,
Yes.
Cindy's done it. We
Yep.
listened to somebody, we followed somebody that we thought like practically walked on water and was a good person, and that's no, don't do that. Do it.
Yep.
Go with your own gut, please.
Yes. And you weren't Rhinestone. And I think that we've all been there. We can all understand that,
Mm-hmm.
and we get it. And we get it. You don't know till you know. And there's been times where I've gone just like with Just Jules. I judged her without even knowing her, and vice versa. She judged me for being in chats. Um, and when I got to know her, I think she's hilarious, hilarious, and just so sweet. And she is jaded, has been hurt, and all of
Yeah.
that. But I enjoy her. I really. I really do. I have a soft spot in my heart for just Jules. I really do. And do we always agree? No, of course not. Like, you think she agrees with stupid shit? I say no. But for me,
Right.
without
And
the negative, I just really, really, really care for her. And it doesn't mean that she's a perfect person, just like I'm not. There's people that meet me where I
no,
am. They meet me where I am, and
we're all flawed. We're all
yeah,
flawed, and so is
yes, me
Jules.
too,
She's
Jay
flawed,
Tucker.
and some people may not like her, but I find her funny as hell.
I
And
do
I don't
too.
think she's malicious. There's a
No,
difference between malicious and then people that are just out to, get you. Like
yeah,
she's not at all in any way malicious. She kind of just
no.
fights
She's
back. And
guarded.
it took
She's
us.
guarded.
We we didn't like Jules, Cindy or I,
No,
in the very
no.
beginning. We didn't, and I don't think she liked us very much. But
She
we
didn't.
kind
She
of,
didn't.
yeah, we kind of started to see like
Well,
eye to
not me. She didn't
eye.
like me. She didn't like me.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, how do you not like Cindy? I don't understand that whatsoever. Like, what the hell do you do for people not to like you? It's
I don't know.
crazy.
There's quite a few people that don't like my ass, but I don't know. And that's why I think
Me
it's,
too.
yeah. And you're amazing. I don't know why people don't like my JJ either, because you never have to wonder with JJ. Like,
They
you know
hate
what I mean?
my ass, girl. They
People
hate my
misjudge
ass.
her. People misjudge her, and Bruce Chris found that out too. And we're so close, and I can't imagine us not being friends with Bliss Chris. You
That'd be
know,
weird. That would be weird. And she
yeah,
didn't like me, and I didn't like her.
yeah,
And it's funny, but it taught
yeah.
me. It
Get
did.
it?
Like I look at these things as lessons. Like don't be so quick to judge.
Yeah,
Some people are not like 4 years into YouTube like you are, to where you've watched these things happen and what
true.
can happen and what doesn't. And a lot of people don't realize, like, you think somebody's going up on a public platform that they're going to tell the truth. That's not the case.
No,
It's not.
a
It's
lot of
not. This is
people
like a
pretend. Yeah,
Right, right. It's like a reality show. These people
yeah,
are not 100%. The things that they're outraged over, they would never be outraged over with like a neighbor in real life.
right,
It's crazy. It's
right.
crazy. Yes.
Definitely cancellation on YouTube. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I agree. I agree. It's just, I don't know. We just have to give people the benefit of the doubt. No, no, no. Be careful. Be careful. Do your diligence. Yes.
Right.
Don't give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but also don't judge anyone too harshly based on what somebody else's opinion of them is. Always do your own research. That is so important. I can't say that enough. Don't even take what somebody else says. Oh, well, Selfie said, you know, somebody that harms kids is not that bad. You don't know the situation. First of all, the fuck, put them under the jail. Second of all, don't take that at face value. Please be like, okay, show me where she said that, because I gotta see that. Where Selfie said that? Where JJ said that? Because that happens. People will come and be like, yeah, I saw Selfie and JJ say X, Y, and Z. And some people be like, oh, Macaulay Culkin. And that shit never happened. And now you believe that we've once said that. And now it gets placed, oh, yeah. Well, I heard in the chat today that Selfie and JJ said this and that. And it gets pushed all around the place. And it never happened at all. And we've seen that happen for other people. So now, no, I want to see it. I want to hear it for myself. I want to interpret things for myself. Don't tell me how I should interpret things, because my interpretation or what I may hear may be very different from you. Now, if somebody openly says, yeah, like oh my God, before I end, I'm gonna say this, as this is fucking crazy. A fucking psychologist was saying she feels offended by the word pedo, that we should call them maps. We shouldn't call them that because people that what does MAP stand for? I forgot. Minor attracted person.
Disgusting
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Minor
word for it.
attracted person.
Gross.
We need to call them minor attracted person because they're marginalized. They need to be marginalized. They need to be on their own island. Those are people who harm kids. Okay, things like that. I don't need a translation. That shit, I don't. That's not taken out of context. You're saying we need to stop calling them PEDOs. We need to call them MAPs because we're judging them. Yeah, the fuck what? I see shit like that. There's no translation. There's no misunderstanding. You know what I mean? No, there's no context where that would be a thing that would be okay. So
Right.
that is open and shut right there. That is a crime. Those are people that harm kids. That's not up for interpretation. But some things that I say or listening, like we just did almost a 3 hour stream. Somebody will play 15 seconds of it and it could sound really ugly when in context to what we were saying before and after, it may change it. So always listen for yourselves. Yes, girl, I couldn't believe when I heard that. I was like, what? And this is a professional saying this? Like sympathizing with somebody that harms and seeks to harm children? No, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, sorry, no. That will forever be a no for me. People that harm children in any way, will be a hard no for me. They belong under
Yep.
the jail.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry. No. Yes. Yes, happy. I couldn't believe it. I think we're gonna talk a little bit about that on Monday because y'all not gonna believe it. I'm gonna show y'all some clips because there's a lot of shit that I think I'm fed up with on fucking YouTube, and it's gross. Making excuses for people that harm kids. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the clips. It's short clips. I've been watching the conservative twins, and I love them so much. They're the Hodge twins, and they're amazing. They're conservative, but they speak facts. They're not pushing an
Mm-hmm.
agenda. These are two black men that are twins, um, and they're just amazing. And they've really broadened my thinking.
Right.
Seriously, I used to consider myself a liberal, a Democrat, and I've again not pushing my. I used to be a Democrat. I'm not going to say what I am now because I may be nothing now, but I've opened my mind a lot. There's a lot of different ways to think. So yeah, I know they pedophiles to me. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. I'd say it at the end. They pedophiles.
Right. Right. I agree. Yep.
That's
Yep.
what they are. They pieces of shit. They monsters. That's what they are. Life ruiners,
Right.
animals,
But
all of that.
life ruiners and all of that, like, bye. Like, let the family handle them. I mean,
Yeah,
why would we want to insert ourselves in that if we're so bothered by her? Let the family deal with her.
yeah.
Let them, like, teach her that the internet is not the end all be all. It blows my
You talking
mind.
about
Like,
Jen?
yes, like, what do
Okay.
you want? What do you want in life? Do you want her to leave you alone? Or do you want her to keep going? Do you want her to keep being crazy so you have content? Or do
Of
you
course,
really
that's what
want
they
her to
want.
stop
Of
calling
course, that's what they want.
CPS and the cops and all of that?
Right.
Like, for me, if someone were to call CPS on me, I mean, my kids are young adults, so that would be dumb. There's nothing they
Yeah.
could do. However,
Yeah.
if they weren't and they were minors, and the way I see it is like, oh man, all right, you want to come in? Like, I hear it's horrible. I don't know, like, to have the CPS all up in your business or
It's
whatever. But
horrible. It's violating. It's violating.
right,
Yeah.
it is. And people like Siwa Moon have called CPS on others and had a
Yeah.
child taken away, yet
Yes.
wants to complain about what, Siwa? Because I don't know, man. You've done the worst of the worst. You took a child away from the mother, and
Yeah.
you want
I agree.
to like preach what? Not go in real life? Because you go real life.
Yeah. That is real life.
Uh
That
huh.
is real life over the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah. Siwa
People
Moon
going to ACS.
had a woman,
Trisha
Trisha
listen.
Licious.
Yes.
Is that her name? Okay.
Yes.
I have a hard time saying that. Trisha
I know.
Licious.
It's like a tongue
Right?
twister. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Trisha
is.
listens. Yeah.
Daughter was taken away from her.
She has her back now, but yeah, she did lose her
Yeah,
daughter.
yes, and it was due to Siwa
Yep.
calling. You
Yep.
know, I mean, like there are people that could call on you, Siwa, because you've done some
Yeah.
things, especially recent Miss Perfect Mother.
Yeah. And I don't suggest that nobody call CPS. That's not a thing.
Hell
That's not
no,
what we're
hell no.
saying. But we're saying
Uh-uh.
those mirrors can always be turned around on you because none of us are perfect parents. None of us are
Exactly.
perfect people. You know,
Right.
I just don't understand it. But yeah. But so we're gonna end because we're almost 3 hours. Holy shit.
Damn,
And I
we
know
could
there's some
talk,
other
huh?
people live. Yeah. I'm hoping that my Jules goes live on IG.
Me
Um,
too.
yeah, because I've been missing her lives. I don't get the notifications, but I hope I get to see it because I enjoy her. Um, I like that you are having the topics of human behaviors. Yes, I agree. And we can talk about specific people, but it gets messy, and we've done that because there's people we don't like, there's people that don't like us. We can do that all day, right? But we don't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? And when we talk about these behaviors, there's things that we're guilty of too, that we've been guilty of. We're not excluding ourselves from these conversations. We're actually using our life experiences to help our opinions. You know what
Yes.
I mean? So
Uh-huh.
people always think that, oh, it's like, yeah, talking down to people. No, the fuck, we're talking from fucking experience. Hello, like, oh, fuck. You know? Thank you guys. Thank you. We love you guys. Thank you, Melanie B. We appreciate you guys. So hopefully tomorrow, if I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm up to it, I will schedule a live. You can usually tell by if the live is not scheduled by 2 in the afternoon, then I ain't going live that day because I'll schedule it by that time. But I'm thinking I'm definitely intending on going live tomorrow for short live. Um, but again, I will see how I feel. So if by 2 o'clock you see a live, because Sundays I go live at 5. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, Mondays, members only. I hope to see you guys all there. Members onlys are fun. We
Those
talk
are
more
fun.
candidly. And I keep forgetting to show you guys this Monday. I got to show you guys what I got in the mail
Oh
from
my
a
God,
friend.
you
Yes,
do. You do.
I keep
If you are a
forgetting. I need to
member,
show you guys. Yes,
remember you want to
Monday I'm
be
going to
here
show you guys.
live. Yes,
Yes,
or at least watch the replay because this is going to be funny. Uh, even me, jaw on the floor for this. So
yes, it's funny. So I'm gonna
you
show you
want to
guys
be.
on members only.
This
And
shit's
Wednesday
funny.
we're gonna continue with our series of the victim mentality and all these subdivisions of that we've
Yes, and
seen.
scamming, the
Yes,
scamming. We want
yes,
to we want to um paint a picture for y'all
yes,
of what scamming online looks like, not
yes,
only from our experience, but from
yes.
other people's experience and
Yep,
from research that we've done. The
yep,
dry begging, the scamming,
yeah.
the sad fishing, all of those things we're going to talk about.
Yeah, and we're gonna have statistics. We're gonna show you how things have evolved into this being a normal way of people making money online. This
Yep.
is not an anomaly. People sad fishing and grifting and scamming online isn't rare. It's the normal thing. That's the sad part. So that's what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. And so again, we thank you for being here. Thank you, JJ, for being here. Thank you for gifting the 5 memberships, JJ. My Virgie, our beautiful Virgie. Thank you for
Yay,
gifting the membership. Thank
Virgie.
you
I
for the
love
super
her.
chat. I appreciate you. And Shay sent me a super thanks before the live started. So I
Aw,
appreciate it. Yes, she did on my short, which
you're
was
so
very
sweet.
kind, very sweet. I love you guys. I thank you guys, all my members, my subscribers. You guys mean everything to us. And I appreciate you
Yes.
guys being here. It means a lot. And I hope you guys have a great evening. Y
Mm-hmm.
que va en coche y nos vemos. Te quiero, te adoro, all that good stuff. Si Dios quiere, nos vemos mañana. God willing, I will see you guys tomorrow. God willing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yep.
you all very much, guys, and have a great one. Bye, Manita. I love you, JJ. Love you
Bye. I
guys.
love you so, 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 so much. I love you more.
Love you too. Guys, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Do all those YouTube things. Help my ego.
Yeah, the stuff
Love you
you're
guys.
supposed to do.
Yes.
Bye,
Love you guys.
everybody. Have a good
Bye.
night.